Yeah, it was a while ago. Also, I really don't have anything else going on in my life right now besides like school and D&D, so you know. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
My background not showing. Oh, that's weird. Well, I definitely goofed a little bit on one little aspect of planning for today's session, but I've got a way to make it work. I just didn't notice that you guys apparently have to travel like 80 miles to get to this place, but I have since then reduced the miles because I didn't like where it put you on the map anyway, and the book I'm using for this section is not clear exactly where you're supposed to go, so I made a new location for it. Hopefully it meshes well with everything else. I think it'll work just fine. So I ended up marking it on the map. It's called the Seething Halls. So you should be able to see it on Roll20.
If I zoom in, yes.
Yes, right over here. So that's where I ended up locating it. So it's kind of along your path anyway of where you're eventually going to be heading.
Now recording.
Yes. Hi, Liz.
Liz?
Make sure my headset stays alive. There we go.
Oh. Hi, Tim.
I'm back.
We got a friend of mine is what is the word? He's watching.
Observing?
Observing. That works. Right now, this is a 5th edition campaign called The Tomb of Annihilation with my modifications, and we're currently doing a bit of a detour, like a third-party sub-adventure within it. But it's a jungle continent, extremely hostile to life. There's this death curse looming over everything right now where undead are slowly fading out of existence, revivify, and spells to bring people back from the dead are not working. Certain individuals are dying off because of this death curse, and so they are on in the grand scheme of things, they're on a mission to try to end that. But along the way, there's a whole lot of other things because they need to be high enough level to not just insta-die when they meet the end chapter of this story. So right now they are in the process of trying to find an ancient city that just disappeared out of nowhere. I feel like that's a pretty good summary of what's been going on so far.
Also, there's dinosaurs in Chult, and Zach is super stoked about that because it means I get to ride dinosaurs.
Who could be upset about dinosaurs?
Right. Hey Dan, sounds like Jared's going to be a bit late and I don't see Aaron here yet. Do you mind taking a look at a map I've been working on?
Oh,
for
let's do it.
Whatever campaign I run next?
Yeah, let's do it.
Windows. Share screen. Change window.
Is that Aaron?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Harry.
Aaron.
Can you
What's
see
everybody
it?
doing?
Let's see here.
Hey, Aaron, are you excited?
Oh,
Give it
here
a
we
rest,
go. Watch
please.
stream. Yep, I
Yes.
see it now. It's a big one. That's a lot of
Yeah.
That's a lot of hexes.
Yeah. I'm not like totally sold on that size for the hexes. That was more just to get like a place filler until I get it fully figured out. But as you can see, I've only really filled in 2 kingdoms. I'll do like some others, but
That's
yeah,
neat.
I don't know. It's one of my better looking maps that I've done, and so I'm quite stoked about it.
I like it a lot. Are you gonna fill in the blank areas, or are you gonna leave those as sort of like mysterious? We don't know what's over there. Land.
This is going to be. There's going to be like I think 2 separate kingdoms that like touch this border, and then this is going to be a kingdom. There's going to be some other stuff going on there, but I'm leaving down here open because it's the start of a giant expanse of plains. It's kind of based off of like the Midwest and difficult to navigate and dangerous if you don't know where the water is. It's called the Sea of Grass.
Oh, I like that. You're gonna have some sort of like like tribal factions in that area or something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Definitely some gnolls and some nomadic like people, and yeah, for sure. And like some gnarly creatures. I mean, there's got to be at least a horse tribe on the plains, right?
Some sort
By
of
definition, yeah. Otherwise, they're not real plains.
With King Theoden.
Quite possibly. I was also thinking like Cherokees, right? Was that were they like the who? Which was the tribe that was like getting their butts kicked until like the Spanish showed up with horses, and they're like, ha, we can use that, and they took over most of the Midwest. I think it was the Cherokee?
I'm thinking it's probably the Sioux or Lakota.
Yes, I think it was the Sioux. Yeah.
Wait, what?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I couldn't. Yeah, because I think it was the Lakota. I said it like 5 times, and he's like, "Well, what is it?" Like.
Yeah, they still exist here in the Dakotas.
The Lakota Sioux, yeah, are big tribes that use horses. The horses are a big part, yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's only a couple minutes after. Let's give Jared a chance to get here before I start it. But I can fill you in on the stuff that Jared already knows, but it could just be a little bit of recap of what happened after Liz disconnected last week. So basically, you all ended up clearing the village of Tamalka. You discovered Wainwrath in the maze that was underneath the village. You defeated Dapro and the 2 thugs that were keeping Wainwrath prisoner and effectively, moving to actually execute him. And so he ended up granting you a map, which you will be able to see on Roll20. I have marked where the destination you're going to. He told you where to go. He granted you the Sounding Stone, which will help you end up finding the entrance to the Seething Halls. That's the place you're looking for. It's the home of the Obanashi tribe. But after that, you all ended up going back to Port Castigliar, which actually I should move your token there, and met up with Artis Simber, gave him the information. He has possession of the stone, unless you wanted to hold on to it, but that was, part of... You got an extra 50 gold for giving him the stone. And
yeah, I'd rather have the money.
Along with the information. And then you ended up deciding to travel together to the Seething Halls instead of just him. So...
Listen, if he thinks I'm going to let him get all of that treasure without me, he's out of his mind. Gedlin's a good person. He is also... Greedy's not the right word. He's money motivated. He comes from money, okay? Like, it's not his fault. Like, he wants nice things.
He won't ignore open cash just laying around or easy money.
Like I'm gonna do good things with it. Like I'm not like cheap or greedy. I'm money motivated.
Right.
And this would be a good point.
Recognized game.
For me to say welcome back to another session of Dan's Tomb of Annihilation, where today you will be heading to the Seething Halls. Once Aaron gets here. Now, that's going to be quite the distance, so we might as well do any sort of planning that you want to do. If you're on roll 20, it's roughly, as the crow flies, about 40 miles, or excuse me, 34 miles in game to get there. And if you remember correctly, you can go about 5 miles by foot. No, 10 miles, sorry, by foot per day. Or twice that if you have a watercraft and you're on a river. So, by water, God, I'll just say it's 28 miles by water. That's effectively what it would be. And then you would have another 8 miles by foot if you wanted to do that. So that
Sorry, how
would
many
be,
miles
Are
by
you
foot
telling
can
me
we
that we have to
travel?
build another boat?
it'd be total
'Cause I'm
36.
super here for it.
Whoa, okay.
What's that, Aaron?
Yeah, sorry, I missed how many miles by foot we're able to travel at once?
10 miles in a day.
Okay, and then we
And
need
that-
to rest. Okay.
Yes, that's correct. So each one of these hexes, if I remember correctly, is... I think it's supposed to be 3 miles. So it kind of just works out to you really just going like 9 miles a day if you go through 3 hexes. We can waive the details. It doesn't need to be that specific. I don't really care that much.
Yeah, but we've been on a boat for so long.
This is a different boat. This is a river boat. It's a totally different thing.
Rat Queen 3.0.
I guess so. It's not the open sea. You're right. It's not the open sea.
Wait, no, the last one was the plucked monkey. What will this
Right.
one be?
Listen, I know I gotta bring the thunder for the name because I gave you guys so much guff over the Rat Queen, and because the plucked monkey was such a good one, I gotta bring the thunder. I know.
Here's how we've always done it. Let's start building. Some crazy stuff is gonna happen, and we will be inspired.
This is true.
Because that's how the plucked
Hey,
monkey
Jared.
came along.
Welcome.
Listen,
Jared,
if we
have
make
you
it
ever
over to
been
the
around-
Aldani Basin,
Wait. Jared, have you ever been around in a campaign for one of our boat building experiences?
Wasn't he there for the Rat Queen? Oh,
I don't know. He wasn't.
Me?
And I don't know if he was there for the
Queen.
plucked monkey
That
either.
was before he joined.
So all
yeah.
4 of us have shipcrafted together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Listen, the most important thing about this vessel, and this is outside of game, this has nothing to do with the game and role playing. The most important thing about this vessel is the name. So, roll whatever you want to build it. I
We
don't
should-
care, but like the name.
Give him a slight
Yeah.
bit of context real quick to catch him up. I basically just told him they have about 36 miles to go to get to the destination you want to go to, and 28 miles is by river if you want to go that way. Instead of by foot, it would be faster. So they're discussing building a boat, and we have a great history with boats in roleplay. We come up with
We just love
names
'em.
like the Rat Queen and the Plucked Monkey, so that a good name is fitting and necessary.
in agreement with Liz's statement, now that I think about it, the Rat Queen was called the Rat Queen because you guys used a bunch of stitched together giant rat
Yes,
hides for
to
the
make
sail.
Well,
Forgot
and then
Right.
monkeys attacked us for the plucked monkey. Flying monkeys attacked us, and we killed some of them. And Zach's character at the time was like, "Oh my God, we could make sails out of it came from the monkey's wings." And
No,
we
I was
made
using the
sails.
monkey's wings to make arrows, the feathers to make arrows.
Yes, that's right. And we were plucking monkeys on the thing, and that's how I got the
Right.
plucked monkey. Because we were plucking monkeys going down the river. Just pluck, pluck.
Oh,
No,
good
yeah.
times.
So this ship may sink, but it has to have a good name. This is first one for this character. I don't know if it's
I have a
in
good name for it.
campaign.
I have a good name for it.
Let's hear it, Jake.
Jacoby.
I'm not naming the boat after you.
Good
This is
try
its
though.
name.
You know what?
You and your elven arrogance.
Jacob, Jake, you have kicked off brainstorming, so we'll see where this goes. Your name? Well, I guess you are Jacoby in this campaign. I do get campaigns mixed up.
I do too, it's fun.
Yeah.
The two are running concurrently get confusing.
But yeah, good.
I'm also making a dark elf also.
Another
I
one.
know. But a guy's gotta ask, right, man?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we should probably maybe work on the other stuff too, though.
Quick mention, if you like the sound tale, I ended up putting it in the subtitle of the voice channel and in the DM. So, see if that makes it easier to find.
I like it as the subtitle. That makes it's very, very handy.
Sweet. So, you are currently at Port Castigliar. Just saying, for the sake of simplicity, you made it back there, no problems. You were in contact with Artisimber. He's now going and making his preparations, so he's stepped away. He's just going to meet up with you whenever you get there. He'll just see you when he sees you. And he'll wait for you if he gets there early. If not, you're welcome to try to find the place, but you're really going to need him in order to find the entrance, because he's got the sounding stone. Because you're in the port, you have the option of merchant stuff. So there was a store. I've unfortunately lost the map that I had made for Castigliar for the most part because of my reinstall of Windows on my PC. So I don't remember all the merchants' places, but there is one that you specifically went to that could maybe have supplies if you wanted to build a boat. You could maybe try to find a rowboat somewhere that could kind of fit party or canoe. No, just rough it.
How much money do we have? Because we might actually have something for the first time in any campaign we've ever been in. So let me look real quick. I said step away to get pizza.
Yeah, you just earned 300 gold, so there's that.
Right. So but and all the last ones we've been like, well, what do we do with pennies?
Oh, also you have emeralds as well.
Yeah, I have 7 emeralds that are each worth 140 gold. So let's liquidate some of those bad boys.
Right. Maybe we actually just buy a boat this time.
I think at the very
Sacrilege.
least, we find someone who knows how to make boats, and we provide him the materials and help. But he shows us how rather than us just winging it.
I like that idea too. Listen, Zacharias, this is supposed to be a fantasy game. I can't actually have my vehicles purchased like real life. Okay.
Oh my God, you guys do know how long it takes to actually make a boat, don't you?
I mean, listen.
It depends on what you mean by a boat.
Valmira does not. No.
We will all be dead of this dev curse by the time we even get one sail finished.
But we buy the sails. We gotta build the boat, though. It doesn't have to be fancy.
Oh my God.
It's just gotta float.
Double pontoon, big platform, sail, a spot where we can keep a fire going on the boat, so some sort of metal. It's not that bad.
Quick metagame, out-of-game thing. By the way, I keep forgetting this because we're on an online platform. Sometimes it's I don't hear somebody. So if you said something, I missed it. There's this awesome soundboard now that you can access, and you just play a little sound effect or something to get my attention, like the duck or whatever. If I'm routinely missing what you say, just do that, and it will get my attention. So
where is this?
Bottom left.
Board.
Yep.
It's shiny.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's it called?
So I'll.
So it begins.
And so it begins.
I should not have been given access to this.
Wait, is this in Discord or in Roll20?
It's in Discord. So I'm gonna add some special ones to this server for fun, but I don't have them right now. I just have the Batman one.
Are there general sounds, or do you have to add them yourself?
Both.
There's some base ones.
Oh my God! Can we add some?
Then you get a certain number per channel.
If you have some requests, you could let me know. I think I can put up 6. I think that's the limit. So I'll upload some between now and next week. But if I miss what you're saying, just get my attention with something. Now, so there's a carpenter in town, and He has a shop that you could go browse if you want and see his wares, in case that's something that you're interested in. Or I could just let you rough it and run off into the woods and do whatever. It apparently is an appealing option.
Guys. Let's talk to the carpenter. Let's do something somewhat respectable for once.
I could quite literally walk to the location by the time your guys' boat will be completed.
Yeah, but then we got a boat.
Right. Could you get there and get back before that we would get there in the boat? I don't think so.
I don't know,
So-
maybe.
Also, less things can get you in the boat.
The guy at the
Like, they're
carpenter
still gonna try. But...
shop he's an older guy, old and gray. He's been doing this for a long time, but he's pretty ripped for how old he is. Oh, what can I get for you? What can I do for you today?
All right, who's taking the lead
to
on this one? Who's
inquire
gonna talk to
about-
this old man?
Me.
Well, I'll step up.
Do it. Oh, hang on. Actually, I have very high charisma. If that's something.
No,
Oh,
I
that-
can too. Okay.
Okay, good. Good, you do it then. I gotta keep talking.
Sir, we would like to inquire about a ship that might be able, or commissioning a ship that will be able to take us down the river. And I say its name.
This one
What
is
is it
the
called?
Olung. I see that the name is
Down
hidden
the
from
Great
you.
Olong. Yes.
Yep. Oh, I have canoes for 50 gold pieces. If
Done.
that is something you'd be interested in, or suppose you could fell a tree. I've got some tools you could purchase. I'm getting the prices for you.
Let's see. How many people are in our crew again? Well, it's me and Gadlin and Zoran.
Yeah, they can end up carrying 6
Darby.
people.
5.
Don't
Okay,
forget
but
you
you have
also
5.
have your
Those
dinosaur
Oh.
as well, and Dex.
Okay, we can leave Dex behind.
You do keep straight
You know
up
what?
keep reading about him.
Let's go hawk Dex. I don't care. Please do. Like, I would rather.
No.
It's
That's
Jared's.
so
One
cold.
more thing it's
Character.
one more thing for us to have to run. I'm sure he can serve someone here in the city wonderfully. It's a machine. Like, we have to find a boat that's also gonna fit the animal.
Yeah, but he's got feelings. I'll just carry him.
That works.
Is it
Listen,
He's
big?
small. He's
Yeah, I'll
small.
make a sling
Oh,
for him.
okay. I thought it was like pig-sized.
No.
He's probably very heavy.
We argued with that drunken dwarf for so long to
I
keep
was
Dex.
about to-
The Gedlin is committed to keeping him.
Oh, God, okay.
Liz at the drop of a hat. We don't need him. Get rid of him. That's fun. I enjoying this.
Would you like a comfy, cozy, cushy life in this city here? Working in an elegant home
I mean, we are
and
also
have all
coming
the pleasures?
back.
Or do you want, thank you, to hoof it through the woods, see God knows what, possibly die, definitely get rusted. I don't know, you do.
Unfortunately, it didn't understand a word you said.
Of course it didn't.
I don't think there's anyone in the party who speaks Dwarvish.
Yep, so
Jacoby does.
Oh, hey, Jacoby.
Jacoby,
You've been
you're
hearing.
the only one who can talk to Dex.
You've been hearing Dex say mutter things to Jared that have been a little bit cryptic. Something about a purpose. Another thing about more of his kind. It'll take time. He wants to teach. He is not the last. There are more. That sort of thing. So he's been saying things like that very cryptically.
So I can speak Dwarvish
Yeah.
too, Zach?
Yeah.
Yes, you speak Common, which is what pretty much everybody speaks, and you speak Elvish, You also speak Dwarvish and Halfling.
Man, I wish I was that polylingual.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm pretty sure he just ended up on my page because I have the spell tongues, and so I can talk to him if necessary.
Oh, that's right.
But I have to cast it.
I was thinking, like, man, there's been all these opportunities where you could have talked, and then I realized, no, he was, like, hanging out with the lizard folk most of that time. At least in recent days. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Dex can do what he wants to do in this beautiful city. He can do what he wants to do in the deep, dark, deadly woods.
The carpenter is going to mention that he has a set of carpenter's tools for 8 gold pieces that you are welcome to purchase, or a set of slightly broken tools for 4 gold pieces. It'll just take you twice as long to make your boat because the tools don't work properly. It'll take you like a week to build the boat, to make the boat with the broken ones.
Gold, like, just for my inventory, how much gold is that for each of us? That would be 60 gold?
60 for the canoe. Sorry, 50 for the canoe. 8 for the good tools, 4 for the bad tools. But you might have been asking a different question.
I was. Yeah, last campaign we got 300 gold for our whatever, right? That we did.
Yes, 300.
So, like, for my records, how much did I end up with? Just for my records.
I didn't take any, so don't count me in the split.
Yeah, if I had listened to the recording, I would remember, but I didn't listen to it today.
So then it's just 4 divided by 300, or 300 divided by 4.
Yeah, it's 75.
All right, thank you.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Sorry, Liz, I did not understand.
No, you're fine. So if we have 75, I had 5, so I have 80 overall. I'm trying to decide if we could pitch it, what we can do with canoe or not.
Did I record that in a note?
Maybe can pitch in.
Yeah, no, 3 of us could pitch in some gold.
I think you might have there, Jared.
Yeah, there's a note.
We might still need to build a... Sorry.
That was me thinking out loud, sorry. Go ahead, Liz.
We might still need to build a sidecar boat for our steed.
It's kind of like an outrigger, but with a seat.
I can't remember her name. Yes.
Paula?
Paula!
Good old Paula. Paula the dinosaur.
Pachyodorm or whatever her name. Yeah, Pachyosaur or something.
Yeah.
Whoever recommends we leave Paula behind is like asking to get poked with something sharp.
I never recommended to leave Paula behind. I promise. And I give Gadlin a little pinky promise.
Wait, could Paula just like swim? Is there anybody that can swim?
A whole lot of swimming, damn man.
Yeah.
A whole lot of swimming.
Fair enough.
That's what you did to Winston before.
Depends on how
Winston was size huge, and we had him pulled.
Depends on the size of the animal. Yeah.
It was a boat.
Yeah. By the way, totally misread the book on the River Ocean Star. He should not have been able to do that at all. Totally got it wrong.
Thank you for not doing your research. You're a great DM. That's what I appreciate about you, DM.
Oh boy.
You're the best.
I'm gonna be a lot better about the River Oolong though.
I was gonna ask, is it something that we could have we could have Paula pull us along or like walk in the water, or is there lots of falls and stuff? Like, what do we got to deal with?
There are preliminary understanding of this area from other people telling you. There's lots of rapids, there's tons of rocks, so maneuvering around those is going to be difficult for one, and it's fast flowing against the direction you want to go.
Yeah, we're going upstream. I vote screw the boat idea. Let's go on foot.
That's what I've been saying. Ugh.
Yeah. Now that I'm hearing that, I vote we walk. Because what's really going to stink is if we lose all of our stuff in a river. Yeah.
Sir, do you? And I asked the carpenter. Well, maybe this might have been a bit ambitious. You know, when the 5 of us get our heads together. Do you know of, as a local? Do you know of any are there any designated paths that run along the river?
Just the bank that I'm aware of.
Or just
Oh Lord!
like if you had to get to Obanashi, what
Right,
what's
like
the
if
best?
I had to go south, what's the best route?
Like what's the best route that you would recommend?
Well, I recommend avoiding Ataz Muhaha. I've heard that it can be quite dangerous.
That does sound
Good thing
foreboding.
we didn't.
And it's
good
right
thing
on
we
the
didn't
water.
Take the right. Good thing we didn't take the river. I say as I.
Yeah.
Would it be pleasing? Is there I don't know if I would have a map of this area. I probably would though. I'm a paladin.
What?
I have a little road map I would pick up at the gas station.
So,
Little pamphlet.
in lieu of not having the map that Jessamine would have given you with the first party, what I've essentially decided is that you have a map courtesy the prince, which now is your property, and it's been marked up with stuff that I think is appropriate for you to know, which is including some of the knowledge you had from the previous players, just for the sake of not making this campaign take 30 years to complete.
Oh, you just wait.
That'd be a fun 30 years, I guess.
You underestimate your players. Okay. Well, let's take another vote here. A party, whether we want to boat it or hoof it. I have flipped my vote to hoof it. What's everybody else say?
Let's hoof it.
All right, 2 hoofs.
We have a
No, for a
dinosaur.
second. What was the? Give me the nutshell version of why we're hoofing it again.
Sounds like it's kind of dangerous to cross through. For more than one reason. First of all, there's rapids and stuff. We're also going to be going upstream, and then there's that Ataz Muhaha that we got to deal with. That's right on the river.
It does look very thin on the map, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm definitely switching to hoof it. I trusted you. I was just curious.
We also have a dinosaur that we can ride.
We could.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. I think maximum 3 halflings can ride on Paula.
Okay, well,
probably 2 of us
Zoran,
and gear.
Zoran,
That's
you
it.
can ride. You can ride Dex.
How
If we're willing to drop-
Tolkien-esque?
Yeah.
How Tolkien-esque are elves? Because Jacoby might not weigh shit.
Oh, I don't know.
I think.
How much
Oh,
do
I
you
can
weigh
tell you
now?
how much you weigh.
Yeah, how much does he weigh? While he's looking that up, if you were willing to spend money on a boat, we could spend money on a beast of burden.
On more
a cart.
dinosaurs.
No, we
Or
should
a
get a
cart.
cart though.
Yes.
That would be cool.
We could get a
We
cart.
could get a cart. Paula to pull.
We
Okay,
could
let's do
even
that.
get
Let's
something
go.
as
Rickshaw.
cool as like
Oh.
a tamed Tyrannosaurus Rex or
No,
something.
not another. I like Davri. We just get a rickshaw for her.
There-
to
We
pull,
definitely need
2.
more dinosaurs.
There is
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
think
there's
a
definitely
rickshaw
a
with-
place where you could buy more animals if you want.
a rickshaw being pulled by a T-Rex with his little tiny arms is what we need.
Is there a path for a rickshaw though? If my understanding is Cholt is a jungle. Is there a path?
Yeah, we should learn this
Yes.
because there's a
Flat?
path somewhere, but we don't know what it looks like. So I guess we should ask around
Really-
about that too.
There really is no path anywhere in Chult, unfortunately.
Cart should work as long as it's relatively flat and it can't be too dense. Obviously,
It's a jungle.
that's true.
Can I
What we could do
can we
is
make
build
a-
little sleds.
we're just speculating out there a lot, right? I don't want to get stuck. We do a bunch of stuff and then we get stuck because we don't have enough information about this. Is there a charisma roll we could make to get local info about the best way to get to our location?
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Is there a local library?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, now let's think about it again. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and make a... What kind of roll are you thinking? Because I like that train of thought.
charisma. To, like,
Yeah, we could just
interact with people.
We can just do straight charisma to like discuss with someone, because I don't know if it's persuade. Like asking a question isn't persuasion or anything like that, right?
What about
Could be like history, maybe. Almost like
Insight.
scout this out
investigation?
Investigation.
before. Yeah, investigation would make sense. Almost nature would too, you know. For
Survival.
asking a question
Nature,
about nature.
survival, insight.
That's the weird-
I think those
Oh, let me see
three.
then. Let me see then.
That's
Nature,
the weird
survival,
level
insight.
of. Okay. That's not charisma based. So if I'm asking somebody. for
Yeah.
info-
Shoot. Well, I guess.
I mean, you could straight up do like charisma based survival. And I know I kind of mentioned that to you before.
That
Dan,
actually
like,
is
it's
kind of
weird.
what I was thinking. Yeah, I like that.
Really?
If you want to try that, go for it.
Okay. Do we want me to do it, or should somebody else go ask somebody?
Jacoby has a +5 in survival.
I've got a good plus, but if we make it charisma based, that will drop down. Because you'll use your charisma modifier with your proficiency. So it's essentially somebody who's good at charisma should make this.
Okay, well I'm good at charisma, but
Not-
but that gives me a +4, whereas Jacoby's wisdom and charisma are the same, and he has a +5.
Jacoby, go for it, buddy.
Okay,
All right.
I'll go for it.
Is that something you want to do?
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get meta.
I
It's all
don't know.
good.
Just gets weird when you like mix up the rolls like that.
Is it a flat 13
It's
or
an
is there
18.
18?
18.
All right. One of the people in town, extremely open with you about it, and outlines on your map the way you ought to go. Saying that if you follow the map that I am drawing on the map right here, if you follow that light blue line, you will avoid any undead or areas with massive undead. You will have to find either a way to cross over the canyon, or you're going to have to go just like that way. Just for a slightly higher risk of undead. But basically, if you follow either of those light blue lines, you should get to the Seething Halls without
I would.
really any undead issues.
Yeah, but
I
what
would
about-
other things?
Fine running into undead, and I like make a little fake chop with my battle axe, like I'm practicing. Doesn't bother me. But,
What about like what does that path look like though? Should we get a cart? Sounds like crossing the canyon would be a problem.
yeah.
But is it a path
Yeah.
or are we bushwhacking it?
It'd basically be following alongside the banks of the River
Okay.
Olung, because alongside the water there is less wildlife. The deeper you get into the trees, there is more wildlife, with the exception of things coming down to take a drink. But the most part, you'll stay away from big predators if you follow this path.
Okay.
And definitely traversable by a cart. When speaking of all of this, you guys are approached by Balin, who is guiding a donkey with a set of saddlebags on it, and he has this fishing rod slung over his shoulder, and he says, "Morning, nice day for fishing, ain't it?"
Yes. Nice day for fishing.
It sure is.
That is the correct
donkey
answer.
riding.
Chicken.
Morning.
You catch anything good lately?
Oh, nice day for fishing.
There you go.
He opens up the saddlebag and he grabs a huge sea bass that he caught, and he like holds it out to you like, nice day for fishing.
Oh hell yeah, man! Thank you. I'm gonna take that. We gotta cook this up soon.
And then he kind of slaps the side of the bags like, more where that came from, kind of thing.
Yeah. Go get it, boy.
The carpenter offers you a cart for 5 gold pieces. It's got wooden wheels. It could break along the way, but it might not. It's kind of run-of-the-mill, what you'd expect in this sort of the area of the world.
Luckily, I played Oregon Trail as a child. Can we buy some more wheels and some more axles to repair it?
Listen, how much of the cart is going to be taken up with things to fix the cart? Let's just get a couple more rides. Let's just get like 1 or 2 more horses, or obviously dinosaur horses, but they don't have to be like Paula. One of us should definitely get a Triceratops. They're the greatest.
So
in this game.
Yeah. So apparently Triceratops is 300 gold. That would be the running price around here.
Yeah, no.
What about
How about a
shoot.
donkey?
What about
I can cover that out of emeralds. Let's get us a Triceratops.
Jacoby, you want a T-Rex?
Yep.
T-Rex?
Is that what your
Don't
heart
think
is
they have
set
any
on?
around here. Unfortunately, not in Port
We did-
Castigliar.
Get you like a nice little raptor.
Oh, that'd be cool. Raptors.
Yeah, can we go to the animal dealer?
Yeah, he has some animals in stock. Pretty much exclusively herbivores, though. Like he has a couple of these little ones. He refers to them as almost like guard dogs. And there are these little ones, and they have like this fan thing around their head, and they spit at their enemy. They're kind of like they're as annoying as Chihuahuas to whoever they're like directed at, but they are more like a Rottweiler in actual damage they can do.
What size creature are they?
They'd be small.
Oh, I'm not. Never
Not
mind, 'cause I can never
rideable,
remember.
sorry. A raptor would be
raptors?
rideable, but they do not have raptors here. Just too risky. A raptor could get free and eat all of the livestock.
Fair.
No,
Fair enough.
no predators.
What? Do they have a Triceratops?
I was thinking I wanted to go with something a little bit more exotic than that, if you're up for it.
Okay. What do they got?
Do you know the one with the spikes on its back and the club tail?
Ankylosaurus.
Yes.
The Ankylosaurus? I was thinking about dropping one of those in there. I love those. Those are cool dinos.
Is that also size huge or is it size large?
I need to find out.
Like a shell back, right? It's like it had like spikes down its neck.
On its neck and its back and its the side of its
Okay.
face. It's a huge beast. Yep. And I was thinking I could go for 250 gold for an Ankylo.
Jacoby says done.
Will he accept partial payment in beautiful emeralds? Or can he make? Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, excellent gemstones you have. Yes, these will do fine. These will do fine.
Well, if you can actually.
He
before we
throws in
pay-
a saddle. I almost said salad. He throws in a saddle and a salad for the Ankylo. Here's a
For the
feedback
dinosaur.
for the dinosaur. Here you go. No, so that you can ride it.
Jacoby wants to
Okay.
ride it free.
Okay.
It's like, as a token of my gratitude for such excellent and forthright payment, and no trouble at all, here is a saddle for you.
I was gonna try to beat him down on the price, but he's throwing in a saddle. That's a pretty good deal.
Before, right? Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Saddles are expensive.
Right. Okay. I have emeralds. They're each worth 140. So together that would be 280. You got 30 gold, or do you want me to give you 1 emerald and gold?
He'll make change and give you back 30 gold.
Reduce by 2. And Jacoby, did you say that you wanted to be in charge of
Yes.
the new dinosaur?
Yes. Yes.
What's your animal handling? Really good. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You're a ranger.
Ooh, spiky.
That's awesome. This is so great. I'm so happy. What are we... Jacoby, seeing as you are in charge of this new dinosaur, what are you going to name it? And you can't name it after yourself.
But you can name it after WWE moves.
Okay.
Just
What family range is Sincher move?
he does the Superman punch, so you could name this guy Super.
Superman. I'm gonna name it Superman.
Superman? Okay.
All right. Now, remember we had a problem with too many animals for one person, so we'll keep it to one per person for that.
Yeah.
Just like you're saying, that'll be necessary.
All
right.
You guys, I changed my vote. We could take a boat.
Nope.
No, we can't. Never mind. There's a spell. There's a spell I didn't realize I had access to, and I was just reading it. But it's only for 10 minutes, so never mind.
Pretty sure dinosaurs don't float.
Not usually, I don't think.
Other than the few that can, but yeah.
Okay, sounds like you have figured out your method of transport. 2 dinosaurs. We'll say, let's see, how many halflings are there? There are 4 halflings? 4? And then one elf? So you could probably fit the elf and 1 halfling on the Ankylosaurus if you wanted, and the other 3 on Paula if you want.
Yes.
What was this guy's name again?
Superman.
Super?
Superman, yeah.
Oh, Superman. Clark Kent will carry 2 people, and the other one, and Paula will carry the others, and then what the heck is his name? Balin will ride his donkey.
Paula's only size large, correct? So she's like horse size.
I think so.
Probably make sense to have more people on the Ankylosaurus.
Someone could ride with Balin if they wanted to.
You could probably honestly make like a cool
2 per animal.
Well, you know,
Harlequin?
like Appa from like something that like fits on the Ankylosaurus back that like you can walk along and like a platform kind of thing instead of just a saddle.
Paula is a large beast, so she is smaller than the Ankylosaurus. By the way, we've probably lost this in the weeds. Here's Paula's stat block again.
Thank you.
She's a homebrew creature from the D&D wiki, but completely fine. Okay, now what I'm going to have you do is we're going to do an expedited travel because you have a route, you know where to go, you know roughly where it's safe. So what I'll do is I'll just choose it. First, I'll need you to choose a navigator like you've done before, and that navigator will make a general perception check for each day, just to make sure that you don't get off course. It'll be whether or not you spot anything along the way that's interesting. We'll break it up into 4 days, and then you should be there. Granted, nothing bad happens. So you need to pick a navigator, and then the navigator will roll a perception check for each day.
Can I make an argument for? Can I make the argument for survival check instead?
How does the Tomb of Annihilation book want us to do it? Because it told us.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I know roughly which page in this book it is. I can get you an answer really quickly.
My question comes from like survival straight up reads like check to follow traps, hunt wild game, guide your group through wastelands, identify signs.
Yeah, I see where you're
Predict
coming
weather
from.
or-
Yeah.
Come on, where is it? Land of Chult. Land of Chult.
Either way, I think it's Jacoby, but
Yep.
So you said perception or survival?
My perception is pretty fantastic.
Navigator does a survival. It is a survival check. That's what the book says. So it's survival. I had forgotten.
Does
So
Jacoby
yeah,
have
it would be Jacoby doing a survival check for us.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
Yeah, Jacoby, you're pretty good. You got a +5 for your survival.
Oh, mine's actually slightly better than that. I got a +6.
I've got a 7.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's all you.
Who, me?
Gonna have to let Zoran go with this one. He might be the professional.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever you would like it to be.
Okay, sounds like I'm pretty decent at this. I rolled a natural 1, guys.
No, you didn't.
You're a halfling,
Or
though.
did you roll 2 next?
Oh, you're right. You're right. I rolled it 3, so it's a 7. Or it's a 10.
Okay, well, given the terrain you're going through, and so by the way, some of what I'm about to say is not D&D rules, it's hexcrawl rules, so it's going to be a little different. So, because of the terrain you're going through, it is, the actual difficulty of maneuvering it is really just ridiculously easy. So unless you absolutely flunk, which even a nat, well, you can't take a nat 1 unless you get 2 of them. So it would be the lowest you get is an 8. That's still pretty decent for this area. I think that's the lowest you can get, right? 8 or is it 9?
8, yeah.
8.
7 plus 2.
So I wasn't
9.
aware of that until
I
now.
count.
So the only thing that would really matter, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I guess, in this area along a river, is if you get a nat 1. That would be your only failure. So the first day, you do fantastic. You manage to get past, just slightly past Ataz Muhaha, and you can see that it is a massive, there is a massive bridge over the gorge, and down below, one or two of you notice there's just this brontosaurus walking along in the river, and his head just barely comes up over the canyon and looks at you as it's munching on leaves and keeps walking. And just like no problem walks right under that arched bridge that goes over the canyon. Just beyond that bridge, the path actually disappears into the woods, so you're not really sure what's over there. That would be your first day. You end up finding a decent camp. Go ahead and roll again for the next day.
So, are you going to want animal handling checks from me and Jacoby to keep us honest as far as operating or guiding our mounts?
You did buy trained mounts, so it's not like you had to go into the woods. But if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. So.
You know what? I think you're right. We probably should do that.
In the spirit of me not getting away with a bunch of animal nonsense this campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't think about that.
So do I need to roll?
Oh, somebody quacked.
I quacked. I meant to say before we left that we should. Can I spend some money to gather supplies for this, just food?
I think you have food covered under Goodberry.
And we have a bunch of emergency bags. We bought a fair amount of supplies.
We have
initially.
Okay, as long as we're covered, I just didn't want to have to prepare my high-level food spell. So as long as we're marking off the spell and everything, or we do have money, we could have just bought food. And since we've got the pack animal, we could have just packed food.
Mm-hmm. Balin has a saddlebag full of fish. It's probably gonna stink, but he has fish.
Okay, as long as we're covered there and we're not gonna get hit by a surprise.
You're dying.
You guys didn't think of something.
Hey guys, you died.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is it all?
You get dysentery.
We're gonna have to eat Jacoby first, just because there's more meat on him.
Okay,
Terrible.
Was that 12 for Paula?
Yes.
Okay.
Gedlin and Paula get a 12. Jacoby and Superman get a 15.
Jacoby and Superman are just getting along really well, becoming best friends very quickly. Superman has been very docile, quite responsive to commands. Paula is acting up today, just a little bit. She's been spooked once or twice by sounds in the woods, and her nature is to, instead of run away, to sort of turn towards the threat and charge, which she doesn't do, but she's on edge and has kind of held you back a little bit there, Gedlin, but overall successful. Alright, I think that probably covers day one then. I'm going to skip the nighttime, not important for tonight. I want to expedite this a little bit. Let's go on to day 2 survival roll.
Who's doing that?
Again.
It'd be Navigator again.
Zach, did you see my message to you? Does Jacoby have a favorite terrain? He might get... I'm just wondering... I was just trying to see if he might be the better option for jungle.
He does have a favorite terrain.
Forest, isn't it?
Forest and swamp.
So that would apply here.
Okay, what does...
I was wondering that too.
Oh, proficiency bonus is doubled. Okay, so that would be a +8 for survival for Jacoby.
Yeah, have him do it. Since I suck at rolling.
Okay. New Navigator then. Alright.
Jacoby, do you want to be navigator?
Yes, yes I do.
Okay, you and Superman take the lead.
After a day, there's a little bit of switch up in who wants to be in front.
We can trade off every now and again. It's cool.
Yeah.
That will be a 23 from Jacoby.
Holy cow. Jacoby ends up discovering a wildlife path that makes your travel super easy. It takes you through. It was probably just something that like wild deer follow. So it passes by ready vegetation to eat. It's it might be a little bit difficult in some spots. It's the jungle it's going to be, but it expedites your travel, and you end up getting 50% further than you wanted to. So
Nice.
you end up getting. I don't have a great way of displaying this other than moving your token, I guess. Okay, I moved your token to where you are. That is how far you make it today. Now let's get those animal checks and see how that goes as well. See if that...
Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
Natural Explorer for Jacoby. Natural Explorer says your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it. So, animal handling is a wisdom, and he's guiding his creature through his favorite terrain. Would you consider that applicable or not?
I think so. I don't see why not.
Okay, then Jacoby also rolls a 23 for his animal handling.
Wow.
He's a beast.
He's fantastic. The only thing that's slowing him down is anyone who isn't going as efficiently as he is. It's definitely the strongest chain in the link right now. 6, huh? Was that the end number, or is it... Oh, is that 2 nat 1s in a row? Oh, he is laggy right now. I can't even see him move. He got 2 nat 1s, so I'm gonna assume he can still hear me, even though I can't hear him.
I'm gonna go make fun of him real quick.
Now he's back.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you now. You froze up for a second there. 2 nat 1s. That's awful. So...
I'm a halfling. This isn't supposed to happen to me.
I know. You're impervious to bad luck. Oh, that was fitting.
You know what? I'm taking the lucky feet next opportunity just to really push it.
Okay,
You got a way to go. Level 12, I think.
Especially if you keep rolling like that.
Okay, I know what happened. So, you end up getting to the end of your trip, and Paula crashed through some bushes. She was having a hard time today, harder than yesterday. When you get to your camp, you find out that you have lost your water skin.
Huh.
Disappointing. I think I have more than one, though, so let me double check.
I see you have four, I think.
I have 4, so
it
I
should
will
be down to
remove
3.
one.
Yeah.
I'm going to be giving Paula, like, a dirty look. Like, listen, I know you didn't do this on purpose, but I'm upset with you.
I have no one else to be upset with, so I have to be upset with you.
That is so many water skins.
I get thirsty.
Yeah, he does.
It was a full water skin, too.
Gedlin, like Zach in real life, drinks his body weight in water every 6 hours. Like,
It's like me. Okay. Day 3. If you make really good time again, you should probably be able to make it to the Seething Halls a little bit into the evening. You might have to travel a little bit in the dark, but you could make up a full day's march with 2 good days, I think. We'll take that survival check again, and then the animal handling.
That night when we're in camp, Gedlin is going to spend a good portion of his long rest, like, going over, like, Paula's saddle and, like, giving her a good, like, rub down and, like, checking her feet and everything, and just, like, really putting in the time to, like, gel, you know, to, like, get on the same page.
That's good. She really appreciates it, and like enjoying the attention, really bonding with you. In the next 24 hours, you can get a +2 to your animal handling check, because she's really just the 2 of you are on the same wavelength. She's like, human good, give me massage and food. Yes.
Also, I like to pretend, well, I don't pretend, I'm going to say that there's a rope ladder that hangs off the side of her because I can't see any other way to get up on that creature as a halfling looking at the picture. Like, maybe crawl up the tail, but...
Oh, I like that. That's funny. Good flavor.
All right, sorry. Jacoby you're rolling our survival navigation roll, correct, sir? All right. Well, it popped out of the dice tray, but it is a nat 20 for 28.
Okay.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, there.
That's right.
You gotta
Let's see
be
what your
kidding
animal
me.
handling checks are.
Well, I just rolled Jacoby's, and it's another nat 20 for another 28.
Holy
These
cow!
are metal die. They can't be loaded. He rolled a 15 and a 15 last time, and a 20 and a 20 this time. Now watch, I'm gonna get double ones on D&D Beyond.
You already did that.
Okay, that's not as bad. I get a +2, so that'll be a 13 total for mine. I can't roll above a 10. Meanwhile, he's double nat 20s.
Remember last week when someone said go to Vegas, you can't get that unlucky again, and then it happened today. Oh. I would say that's adequate for you to be able to get to your destination in the evening after dark has fallen. So we'd say like maybe about 9 p.m. It'd be a long day, but you could make it there. Now, because it's later, I'll have an actual perception check from the navigator, just to make sure that you don't get
Lost.
jumped during the night,
Yeah.
because things get considerably more difficult in the night, especially now that you're further away from the river.
Keeping notes.
A
of people you should do.
perception. Does he get the terrain, the favored terrain bonus for this?
Yes, it's jungle. Yep.
Okay, that'll be.
And what was that, Liz?
Go ahead and give the roll.
25.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow, you're just a pro. Okay, Jacoby, shortly before you make it to the Seething Halls, you actually see a wandering group of humanoids in the distance, silhouettes during the twilight. They were far enough away that they didn't notice you, and you were able to alert your team. And without you even needing the stealth, those humanoids continued walking into the distance. And
Not seeing
because
us.
you got such a high roll, you noticed that they were kind of stumbling along, not walking very
Fast.
fast. They were not walking really well. One of them kind of tripped and barely caught itself. They're kind of lumbering.
It's cool.
Oh, you can sort of make your own guess as to what it was that you saw, but the danger ended up passing without any issues for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No issues.
That was a good perception check.
Thank you.
Okay, so this brings you to the Seething Halls, but you don't actually know where the halls are. You need the Sounding Stone. You recognize the clearing based on what the description was that Wainwrath gave you. So you know that this is where you're going to be meeting Artist Simber. You don't see him at the moment, but it is 9 o'clock in the evening, and it is pitch black. So I'm going to leave it in your hands. What do you want to do?
The name of the city again?
So it originally had a different name. It was, you were not told what that name was. You were told what it's called right now, and it's called the Seething Halls. Seething.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Are people about it? Is it like a city?
Obanashi?
This is definitely where they lived. Yes, this is where the tribe of Obanashi used to reside.
Okay.
Yep. So that is why you're here, to seek the Obanashi. Now,
Or
you
these,
really...
like, are these drunk people the only other people around?
You probably would have seen them like an hour before you got here.
Yeah, but
in the
like,
twilight.
is it a city? Or like, should they like people would be walking around here, or are they the only people?
You really don't know. Those questions were not asked of Wainwrath.
What do I see in front of me?
Nothing. It is pitch black.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's nighttime.
Weird.
But you have just arrived.
But I don't want to say anything, so I try I'm gonna nudge Gedlin or Zoran, whoever's next to me, and be like, what is going on? But I'm trying to non-verbally communicate. Like, we all realize that's weird, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Okay, can I roll a perception check to see if I hear them anymore, or I can figure out what direction they went? Do we?
Oh, the people you saw earlier?
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Do it.
Dirty 21.
Okay. You passed them about an hour ago, just before the sun had completely set. It is the middle of summer. The nights are quite late. Excuse me. So by the time you reached the clearing that you're supposed to be in, you had already passed them an hour ago, and now it is pitch black. You do know that there are. Actually, let me check something real fast before I say too much. You know that there is potential for caves around this place. If you're looking for shelter. But other than that, it's basically a clearing with some trees on it. It's less dense than the rest of the jungle. And you do not see any other creatures in this clearing. Last time you saw anyone was that hour ago when you saw those humanoids stumbling in the distance.
To them, that was kind of weird. Like, I feel like that's a we should have talked to somebody situation.
Should we make a check for like tracks or something like that? Any kind of sign of activity that may have gone by recently, or did we already kind of do that?
I kind of rolled that into her perception check. It also granted it's exceedingly dark. Like,
Yeah.
I know you have dark vision, but a lot of you do. But it only extends so far, and it's gray scale vision. So yeah, you know that you're relatively safe right now. Like, you could probably find a place to sleep. But beyond that, you'd probably have to wait till it's light out in order to really find out anything about this place.
You guys
Hunker
want to
down
sleep
again.
and maybe one of us stay guard?
Yeah.
Could
I'll
that.
do a
Stay
watch.
guard.
Situation.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll jump on.
We should definitely post a guard. That sounds like just a wise thing to do out here.
Yeah.
Jump on guard if everyone else. Yeah.
Okay. So, I generally run with 3 watches during the night. One at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end. So if you would like to post a guard, you could do it that way. Or I guess you could just have one person stay up. Whatever you want. And those guards would do either 1 apiece, or if it's 1 guard, 3 checks. Perception during the night, just to make sure that nothing sneaks up on you and takes you unawares. No check necessary to set up camp.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What is Dex's sleep situation? Does he sleep?
Better question, what's his perception?
I mean that too.
Let me find his...
Yeah, I need to plug a stat block somewhere.
There you go. Are you able to see that?
Yeah.
That is Dex. So... let's see here.
Tremor sense. Oh.
He can't become unconscious.
Yeah, I
He
would
has
say that's a...
tremor sense?
I would say that's compelling.
He can't be. Where does it say that? Oh, unconscious.
Condition immunity. Okay, he doesn't sleep.
also has-
Yep.
30 feet of tremor sense. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He basically can't be snuck up on except from the air.
He's like,
Or by
no,
something
yeah,
so small that doesn't make make any vibrations. Like, I don't know, ants is the only thing that comes to mind.
Ooh, like a snake.
Ooh.
I bet
Yeah,
snakes really
that's
don't
not-
make a whole lot of vibration.
No, they're pretty quiet, I think.
Yeah.
They can sneak up on mice. That takes
Now
some...
that I think about that,
That
that's
makes them so
terrifying. Yeah.
super quiet.
Because like mice essentially do have the vibration detection. Yeah.
Yeah, can't they do that with their whiskers?
Most things with whiskers, that's what they're doing. But like I'm sure in some like evolutionary way they've already I don't know. It's a whole different TED talk about mice, but
Does that help you with your decision there now that you've got the stat block?
I don't know
I mean,
I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to find rules for tremor sense straight up, because yeah, essentially it sounds like we've got a little automaton alert
Sentry.
people there, huh? Yeah, sentry that will just
Sentry
alert us to
bot?
anything within
That could be
30
dope.
feet.
especially like if one of us is like up for a portion of the night too. You know what I
and I
mean?
think I have right. So I think I have all my spells, which means I can take a short rest and like halfway sleep. Do like a light nap.
I mean, honestly, even if we were just to like, if one of us was to stay up late and do a watch, like the first watch, we were to let Dex do the middle watch, and then we were to do, someone else was to get up a little early, a couple hours early, and like get camp started or get camp going, and like, you know, do the last watch. Like that would be fine. I don't mind being the guy that stays up late.
I could wake up early. I don't mind.
You
Quick-
would be a early
question.
morning person.
Obviously.
Is Soundtail working? Because I have it on a very different sound, different music than I'm hearing in a slight echo, which is not a problem at all. But it's like,
Oh, sorry, that's me.
no, you don't need to change it. It's just it just made me aware that it's not playing the same music I'm playing.
I've got crickets in mine.
I've got
Yeah,
much
I've got
more
crickets.
foreboding sound.
Got crickets now. I switched to a different page and it
Oh,
didn't.
interesting.
I was
Okay.
wondering why we were still on City Music too, but I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just curious because I had never noticed that before. All right.
No, that
So
was
it
that was
sounds
me.
like-
All my
Sounds like then Dex is going to be like your sentry bot while somebody stays up alongside him. Is that what you said?
yeah. Then I mean, we can also just let him do the middle of the night watch by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's probably still going to spot things before we are, anyways. But especially if he's like patrolling around the camp, you know.
But yeah, I came here to roll dice. Let's roll dice.
Roll dice. Came here to roll dice and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Sounds good. Well, whoever wants to do the checks with Dex, go ahead and roll.
About time. First watch, I got a 26 on my perception check.
Holy cow. Okay.
I'll roll for waking up early. Is that a 7?
I can roll for Dex if you. Oh, did I just get? Oh, I did.
I got an 11. Well, he's got the tremor sense. Should he roll perception? That's fine. He gets a plus. Go away.
1.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Plus 1. Pew!
Yep, it would
You
be
got a
plus
14.
1. All right. That gets us our 3 numbers. Check them one more time. Okay, Gedlin, you noticed, the only thing you noticed was something that wasn't dangerous in any sense. It was a flock of winged creatures at high altitude that blocked out the light of the moon for a moment, heading due west. Zoran? Oh wait, no, you went last. Dex did not detect anything on the ground that would be concerning at all, and he really didn't have anything to report. So very uninteresting there. Zorn, you saw a beautiful sunrise because you're in a clearing and the trees were lighter than they usually are. So you saw a very nice sunrise, and that was about it. That brings us to the morning.
Oh, that's why I wake up early. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Would you guys like any? Would you like any coffee? I got some bubbling.
Yes.
I would love
Jacoby
some.
wants some.
I
Jacoby
would
wants
say
some.
that.
Well, I mean, help yourselves. It is cowboy coffee, so beware of the grounds.
It's
Morning.
perfect that way. I like to chew
Nice
on
day
them.
for fishing.
Morning. It sure
You should like
is.
to
You
fish,
should have.
don't you? Wait, have you ever noticed a day that was not a nice day for fishing? Just out of curiosity.
Morning.
And sorry, Balin, have you ever been to a place called the desert?
Morning.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna blow your mind one day, buddy.
No, Balin, don't listen to them. They're trying to trick you. You're gonna hate the desert. There's no water.
No fish.
Morning.
Instead of drinking coffee like the plebeians,
day.
Fishing. But
Nice day for fishing. And he walks away. Got the guy
bless his heart,
upset.
y'all. He's so cute.
Morning.
I love you
Muffled
too,
'cause it's
ma'am.
coming from the distance.
I love you too, dude.
Wait, it should have been more like this. Morning. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so around you, you see cliffside. Pretty what kind of word was I trying to say there? Steep, sharp, cliffside. I think I just combined two words there. Starp is a word. We'll say it's on the south part of the clearing. And I might actually... Do I have a map I can show you? Not yet. Shortly. Now, you said you were going to meet Artist Simber here, and there was no serious conversation about how he'd run into you. But fortunately for you, it didn't take long. It was still early in the morning, and you see two individuals stroll into camp. It's Artist and Dragonbait. They decided to walk as well, except they did not bring any animals. So you ended up beating them here. Hail,
Well
my good
met.
friends. Well met.
Somebody.
A fine morning it is today.
Yes, it is.
Oh, how long have you been here?
Long
Mission.
time.
I don't know about
It's a
that.
good camp.
Don't worry about it.
If you know, you know.
Fair enough.
Jacoby,
Yeah.
sorry, if you look at the stream, this is a picture of what Superman looks like right here.
Okay. That's cool.
And you're riding on top of him, probably between those spikes.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Sorry, I didn't mean
handholds.
that.
Artist says, so have you haven't found the entrance yet, have you? How long have you been here?
A long time.
Long time.
We just got here. We just got here.
But
A long time.
not long enough to do any like real searching. We were waiting for you.
Oh, Jake, you have some great one-liners. Well, I believe this will help, and he holds out his hand with the sounding stone. He says, Dragonbait and I will make a perimeter around this place. It can't be far. Clearing isn't that big. I was told it was alongside the cliff. You're welcome to join me, but you may find it on your own if you're looking for it. It's up to you if you want to split up.
Let's see what happens.
I tell you what, if you guys want to go searching for it, Gedlin will stay back, and he's not drinking coffee. He's drinking tea because he has class. Finish his pot of tea, and hang out and keep an eye on the animals.
I could go a searching. That'd be fine.
Okay. Grab your tokens now. Which do not have the correct health, so we might have to fix this in a moment, but that's okay. Alright, let's do some investigation checks. I'll just have each of you do one. You all are kind of split up a little bit anyway. Oops, that is the wrong map, Dan.
Alright, what do we got?
I will
Amen.
guide Davri. You get guidance on this roll, sir. Add a D4 to whatever you roll.
Very nice.
Where?
Jacoby, I got bad news, buddy. You roll a 9.
9.
Ooh, better than me. I only rolled a 5.
Right?
Roll the
It's
5.
not perception, it's investigation, right?
Yep.
Investigate.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, Duncan.
Hey, Duncan. Where are
Before we
missing?
really get too far, Gedlin is staying back with the animals, so I don't think he's rolling on.
That's right.
I
Go
will
ahead.
cast.
Sorry, what's up?
Before we left the camp, I'll cast aid. I'll cast aid on Davri, Velmira, and Jacoby. So you each get 5 temporary hit points for the next 8 hours.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. Jacoby says.
That's because you guys drank coffee. It was the coffee.
That it's canon. It's definitely the coffee.
I hate it.
You don't get that from the tea.
Do that. Just drinking smelly leaf water. I don't get it.
Gross.
So delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna move you to the map. Zorn and Davri together end up stumbling across a rock wall that seems to have something fishy about it. You are still in the clearing, which means you're shouting distance from any one of the team, including Artis and Dragonbait.
I'm gonna just look over to Zara and be like, does that look weird to you?
Now that you point it out, yes. What do you think? You wanna go check it out, or should we go get?
Yeah, no, I think we should go take a little bit of a closer look to see what it is.
Okay, I'm right behind you.
Okay.
As you approach, you see what looks like a normal kind of scraggly wall with like cracks through it in certain portions, and little highlighted and shadowed portions from the contour of the rock. But one of the contours seems to be almost a little bit geometric, and there seems to be, as you get close, like really close, like as you're right up next to it, you feel a little bit of air movement through this contour, blowing out towards you very gently.
Ooh. You feel that?
No, but I believe you.
You stand right here. Stand right here.
I feel like this is a trick. I trust you.
I trust you. I just don't
But
trust
not
you
enough
enough
to stand
to
right
not pull
there.
a joker.
Right. I just this. I'm concerned you may have farted or something in that nature. I believe you.
I was definitely gonna. Okay. Well, let's grab the rest of the party and see what they think. This seems like we might be onto something here.
Okay.
Ahoy hoy! I yell.
Yes.
I yell back.
Cuckoo
You found
kacha.
something?
That means come hither. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely means come here.
In Dovry language.
It does. Yeah.
I let everybody know beforehand, of course, retrospectively retcon that cuckoo kacha means I found something.
I. Yeah, I
Oh.
feel like that's just
Good to
known.
know. Good
Yeah.
to know. Not sure what language that is. What have you found there?
This seems unnatural, and I think there's a cave or something behind here because I can feel air coming off of this wall, this rock face.
Let me see. He starts walking towards. Ooh.
Definitely.
Oh, I feel something. The stone. It feels like it's pulling me. He walks closer and closer. He gets within 30 feet. He's like, yeah, it's getting stronger. And he gets all the way up to that contour. He's like, this must be it. And then within a couple seconds, you see a large magical rune that was once concealed in the wall and glow a bright orange. For all of about 10 seconds before it vanishes. It is in a script that you don't recognize. None of you would recognize. And the stone wall that was in front of you becomes semi-translucent.
Whoa!
Well, what's behind it?
Can anybody write that down from memory? We might want those symbols later.
Were they again?
Not that we know what it means, but
Oh boy.
someone else might at some point.
That would be a. Oh, what would I would that? Be some sort of an intelligence. Just do
Arcana.
base intelligence, I think. Oh, you know what? I'll take that. I think that's reasonable.
Straight up measures your ability to recall lore about spells, magic items, symbols.
That would be it.
How
I
does
wasn't
a
thinking
16
about it
do?
like that.
Ooh, nice.
You're
one
able
there.
to jot down most of it. Okay, now out of game, this is where you want to grab a real notepad and a pen.
That's what I got right now. I was about to say, are these? What am I looking at?
Yeah. You're looking at a script. It's very much like the kind of script you would have seen around the door to the entrance of Moria in the Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay.
Except it's orange. Very long and elegant looking, ornate letters. It's nothing you've ever seen before. Very, very unique. And I'm thinking now would be a good time to take quick 5. And then I will get prepared for the next part of tonight while we do that.
Good.
All right. Ah, the duck is here. Okay, we're good to go. As long as the duck is here, that's all we need. Which, by the way, that actually worked pretty well for getting my attention earlier, so...
It did. I think you perked up right away.
I was like, oh, duck?
Oh, I heard it too. I was like, duck, duck.
Goose. Okay. So, what happens right after the door goes translucent? You see a bush that is next to the opening begin to stir. And a dryad woman stands up. Very non-threateningly.
How are you?
Behind the door, or
And, nope,
next
like,
to
right next to it.
okay.
How are
Oh.
you?
I literally named her what I was saying out loud. I meant to write her name. There we go. I am happy to see you. It has been a long time since I've had visitors. Who are you, travelers? What brings you here? You must
My name
go
is
through
Jacoby.
me in order to enter. I am the guardian of this place.
I'm Jacoby. How are you?
I am very happy to meet more travelers. It has been a long time since I've seen this many people. Things get lonely
We were brought
here.
here by our December.
Artist speaks up.
Our
Yes,
associate.
that would be me. Yes. Though I do not know who this is. And she likewise says, yes, I'm not familiar with an artist Simber. For what
What is
purpose
this
do you
place?
have being here?
We're trying to find New Mazero.
Oh. Mesro. Well, you will not find it here.
So this is not a person? I said no. Sorry, it's a city. My bad. I'm done.
Yeah.
And yes,
Maybe
Tamir said
a
that, but-
little bit of recap real quick. You do need to see the Obanashi tribe in order to find Mesro. And so that is why you're here.
Right, we were looking for the Obanashi tribe because we were told they may have some information about how to find exactly what the DM just said.
The voice of God that speaks to all of us.
Yes.
You understand now, yes? We were told by and I mentioned the wizard dude and say he suggested that this might be a Wainwrath, that
Yeah.
this might be a good course of action.
Well, you are certainly welcome to enter if you may pass the 3 tests to enter.
Ooh, I'm good
I
at
didn't
tests.
study for a test. Was there a rubric or any kind of assigned material I should have been aware of?
Blank
Giving
stare.
me
She doesn't
PTSD, man.
doesn't get the question. PTSD.
Life is a test.
It's only been a matter of a few hours. Okay, well, she says, well, the first test, you must answer this riddle. Who are the children of Ubtao? And you are welcome to roll insight history. Excuse me, intelligence history is what I meant to say. If you believe your character would know.
My history is not good enough. My intelligence isn't good enough.
we were told last session. I think I rolled a 9. I want to say it was the Obanashi.
I was about
I was
to
gonna
ask
say,
that
I think I was
a
pretty sure we were
giveaway.
told.
It's
Well,
something
we
like
definitely heard somebody referred to as as a child or the children of.
Ubtao. Yeah.
I'll roll history. It's Gonna be a straight roll for a 14.
Gedlin, you would know that the answer is not the Obanashi, but it is the dinosaurs. Those are his children.
Oh,
That seems more obvious now that you say that.
that makes sense. I will tell him the many dinosaurs that inhabit this wonderful jungle.
Ah, yes. You are
I'm
correct.
friends with at least one of them.
And she says, the second test will take more wit. She produces a small globe of light in her hand, and she now bids you to catch it and bring it back to her. So kind of think a little bit like the golden snitch.
Ooh, I got
Little
this
bit.
one.
And so,
Yeah.
excuse me, it hovers about 4 feet off the ground.
Uh-huh.
And she casts it out a good 20, 30 feet in front of her. And so what you can do is try to catch it with athletics or acrobatics, whichever you want.
Alright, well, I got a 6 to athletics.
And then
Jacoby,
Yeah.
6, okay.
you have an 8 to your acrobatics.
I have an
I
8.
got 10 to that.
Jesus, how can we compete against... You created a monster!
And somebody wants to see.
Somebody stacked decks.
Well, he's
Yeah.
a ranger. Of course he stacked decks.
Oh my god, never mind.
And Davri's a rogue. Of course he stacked decks. Probably has specialization in, or the extreme proficiency in acrobatics, I bet.
Expertise, yep.
Yeah, that one.
Should I roll?
I think so.
Do you want to roll with advantage because Jacoby could help you?
Seems unnecessary. I got a 22.
Holy cow. You well, do you want to describe how you catch it in the most amazing way? Is it's floating about 4 feet off the ground?
Yeah, so I'm going to do one of those parkour jump things where you go off the wall.
Parkour!
The wall nearby that I can kind of vault. Yeah. So it's one of those. It's off the wall, and then I get an extra couple feet, so that I'm able to, as it's trying to get away from me, I snatch out with my right hand and snag it. Because I kind of aligned it so that my chest was going right towards it, and as it moves away, my arms can kind of reach in any direction and grab it. So yeah, as it goes right, I snatch right and snag it.
In true Michael Scott fashion, you catch it with parkour.
Yeah.
Excellent. I couldn't help myself. She is really impressed by that. Wow. Never in the 100 years I have been here have I seen somebody catch it that fast. I am quite impressed. But
What can
there
I
is
say?
one more
I'm
test.
twitchy.
I want you to make me laugh. That's all she says.
I look to the party and go, anybody feeling funny? Anybody's been working on their type 5?
She says, I will give you 3 tries.
What check would that be?
Gedlin's got one.
It'd be a charisma-based one.
Okay. The problem
Boy,
is I
you
can
all
never
have
do
your
funny on
own
command.
specialties, for sure.
But like,
Yeah, you can try and be creative about this.
You
anybody
go
have-
first. You go first, and I
can't
got
be
to.
funny on command though. That Liz can't be funny on command. That's the problem.
Gedlin's got a joke then.
Usually, my being funny comes from not trying. Like that. Can that be the joke? Can that just be my stand-up piece for Valmira?
If
The
you'd like
DM
to.
laughed. I feel like the
Alright.
DM laughed, so you just won.
And I will make a charisma throw. Well,
It would-
son of a gun, only a 7.
She is not entertained by that. I was, but she
Well,
was not.
shit. My bad.
All right. So a dwarf. Sorry. A elf, a human, and a dwarf are sitting in the tavern. The dwarf is drinking wine, the human's drinking ale, and the dwarf is drinking a mead. A fly lands
The dwarf would be
in.
drinking the. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm
It's
just
not
kidding.
relevant.
Sorry. Go ahead.
A fly lands in the elves' wine, and he like goes, ah, and like asks the bartender for a new one. A little while later, a fly lands in the human's ale, and he just like goes, picks it up, throws it, drinks. A little while after that, a fly lands in the dwarf's mead, and the dwarf grabs the fly by his wings and goes, "Spit it out, you wee bastard!"
Nice.
Roll with advantage for performance check.
Guidance?
I'll take guidance.
What's fair
That's
game?
a D4, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, add my D4.
Pretty good roll.
21.
Can I?
She just cracks right up. That was a hysterical joke. Oh, that was funny. Just
Thank
for
you,
that.
Dan. That is the. Go ahead.
That's a real laugh right there. I can't do a fake laugh. That's the problem. Okay. Just for that, I'm going to tell you the numbers you need to know.
Okay.
Oh God.
Hit me with the numbers I need to know.
3, 1, 5, and 4. In that order.
Okay.
You got that?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, somebody's got it.
Okay. And she says, "Now I have a request for you. A request of you.
Hit me with it.
There is a foul serpent that has taken up residence in this temple, and I have no power to get rid of it. I would ask you, would you do me this favor and rid me of this menace?"
Wait, before we answer, I want to look at Artis and be like, "Did you know about this?"
I cast thaumaturgy to make it sound like Gedlin just farted.
She cracks up again.
I go, sorry, was that bad timing? I just thought of it.
But yeah, Artis, did you know about
Lucky you
this?
guys.
She says, "Oh, sorry. Artis has no clue. No, I have never heard of this. No, this is news to me.
Okay.
But I suppose it's not all that surprising. Does it have a name?" And she says its name is Hajoka. No, yeah, Hajoka. There we go. Hajoka. Hajoka.
All right, hang on. Let me write that down.
Is that serpent?
That
How do you
is-
spell that again?
yes.
H-A what?
Hajoka.
Okay.
So Hajoka is the serpent that has taken up residence in the Seething Halls, and she says if you kill it, she will grant you. What is it? Yes, she will grant you a special boon.
Well, today's your lucky day because killing monsters is literally my full-time job.
I thought you were going to say it's literally my full name. Instead of just your middle name.
No, I mean it is that too, divine mandate and all that. But
She welcomes you to enter. Now, there should be...
All of us?
Yes, there should be dynamic lighting. Let me double check and make sure that's on, which it's not.
I'm still on the Cholt map.
Oh, that's perfect because I hadn't I had kind of goofed on this map. Alright, you should be able to see the map now. And you can see Nava, who is the Dryad. I forgot to tell you her name. Her name is Nava. Now, place a light outside.
Hey, Nava, what's up?
Not much. How about you? Okay. So you can now see this is the entrance. The wall that you noticed that had the rune above it. And so Nava says, "You are welcome to enter," and she steps aside, allowing
Thank you
passage.
so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. So at this point, you guys want to be careful and slow about where you move your characters, because positioning will matter a lot on this map. If you rush ahead, things will happen, and you may want to just be careful. Is all I'm saying, because this place.
In the face of danger.
I rush it.
I'm off the face of danger. Ha ha ha.
Foolhardily rush in. Yes. There are secret passageways, there are puzzles to solve, and there are dangers. So.
All right.
Yes, the true little D&D thing. We'll put it that way. I don't know what to call it. So, if you have trouble moving anywhere because of the dynamic lighting restricting you, just let me know. I'll fix it. There's some kind of tight corridors.
I'm going to ask Nava if she would mind watching over the children of Ubtao that are with us while we do this.
She is honored to do so, and Balin will also stay out here along with Dragonbait. The two of them will also assist with that, just to make sure nothing bad happens to any of the important animals. And if Dex was out here, they'd look after him too.
Yeah, Dex will stay out.
Okay.
Quick little strategy. Quick little strategy meet. How, we probably want to be pretty stealthy until we take care of this serpent.
Yes.
Of course, Gedlin is laser focused on taking out the evil monster. Gedlin is pretty stealthy. I know Jacoby's incredibly stealthy, and you have that stealth spell that helps everybody.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Davri, obviously very stealthy. Zoran, I can't remember. Or Zoran.
I'm not. Let's just say I'm not.
Okay.
Not like I have disadvantage or anything, but it's not my forte.
Okay. And Valmira, you do have disadvantage, right?
You should cast Fly on me.
Two.
Because then I can't hit against anything.
I was actually considering casting Fly on you and Davri, because I figured Davri is the stealthiest, probably going to want to scout, and that would let him check out pressure plates without tripping them, type of thing. But Jacoby also has Pass Without Trace.
Yes.
Definitely put up Pass Without Trace.
Jacoby, you want to do that?
3 of us
Yes, I
could
do.
scout.
Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay.
Well, no,
Jacoby,
I
you
won't scout,
summon
I
a
just
veil
need-
of shadow, and silence radiates out from around you. I think it's everybody within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity.
Ooh.
Stealth checks.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
How long does that
that's a
last?
lot.
Concentration up to an hour.
Wow.
I was
Did we just
thinking
add that to
if
our
we want to
stealth
spend.
checks?
Yup. If you're within 30 feet of Jacoby.
This.
Cool.
Good lord.
If those two, if y'all want to go, Jacoby.
Dabri
and
just
Darby,
disappears.
What?
want to go
That's
scout,
awesome.
I can be your security.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
should
send
we just
them.
go in?
Yeah,
Should-
we can all just go in because we got to stay within 30 feet of Jacoby to get that benefit. So,
Right.
I mean, like if you want to be 30 feet out in front,
Well, yeah. So we could do a daisy chain. We could even like Jacoby could be center, and those of us who aren't scouting could be 30 feet back, and then
Yeah.
Dovry could be 30 feet out. That would give Dovry 60 feet of scouting ability.
Davri, I'll go with you because I have dark vision out to 120 feet,
Nice. Yeah, 'cause
and
I
I'm
am
decent
missing
at
that.
stuff.
Wait, does
I will
Jacoby
just
have
stay with
dark vision?
Jacoby.
Yeah, Jacoby has dark vision.
Mm.
He
This
has
might-
90 feet of dark vision.
This is also a good point because I do not think Velmira or I do have dark vision, so we might need a torch or something in there.
I think I got one.
I think
Yeah,
the
I do.
torch
I
will
do.
kind of take away our stealth, though.
Yeah, one would
True.
think. That's
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if you're on the other side, I mean, it looks like a narrow
Don't
passageway.
worry.
If you're on the other
Okay.
side of Jacoby and his
Yeah.
magical power summons shadows. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were trying to talk about this.
You're fine. I was gonna say, yeah, if we're evenly spaced, we'll still have all the benefits, and I can take the very rear, so I'm watching our back, while
Well, that-
somebody like Davry is leading and scouting out.
Okay, so but if we're 30 feet back from Jacoby, we won't be able to make we won't be able to follow him. You know what I mean?
This is true. Also, Jacoby
tie a rope
cannot be
around
seen in the dark.
What?
Well,
It can't be
We
seen
need to
in the
make-
dark.
I can.
that
I'll
the
tie
hell.
us. Well, I only have 50 feet of rope. I can tie me to Jacoby. Do you have 50 feet of rope?
I think with 50 feet, if we're gonna stay 30 feet back, you'd have 10 feet of rope, and we're halflings. No, you're right. I need rope. Do I have rope? I
I want to
don't
like
think I.
tie us two together like very tight though, because we can occupy the same space, but we can't get 31 feet away from him.
Well, but that's fine because I could just, I grab like your clothes and I just say, I just won't let go.
You guys can hold hands. It's
Hey.
adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, here's what we'll do. You'll tie
For those
yourself
happy
like 20 feet from him, right? And then I'll tie myself 10 feet from you, and that's 30 feet, and I'll still have the back, so I can watch our back.
Sounds good.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make like a little kindergarten chain.
I
Dovry-
highly suggest just tying a little loop in the rope and holding onto it rather than physically tying yourselves together. Just a thought.
That's
might-
that's even smarter.
There you go.
There may be a time in which you want to not be all tied together.
I was just thinking somebody, does somebody have a dagger I can have? But never mind, your
Yeah.
idea is brilliant.
They tied together and fight.
There's a little loop you stick your wrist through.
Yeah, that's smart. I like that.
Yeah.
So, Dan, question then: if Jacoby cannot be seen in the dark because of his Gloomstalker ability, does it just look like there's like a loop of rope with like a long tail just like floating at like humanoid waist high through the air to those of us with dark vision? Is that what it looks like?
Yes. Yes.
Just
Oh,
make it a
man.
simple answer.
Yeah, it weirdly moves with character, as if somebody was holding on to it, but to anyone watching, there is no one there, which is quite strange, even for all of you. And I think if I'm understanding correctly, it's just Jacoby and Gedlin that can see. Everybody else is not able to, right?
Can Davry not see in the dark?
Nope, sure can't.
You are the most worthless rogue in the world.
You cannot be in front then? Why did you
Part of
not
the
say
noise.
this? And I was like,
I was looking at his sheet, and it looked like, yeah, he doesn't have dark vision. I was
You gotta
surprised
get
by
to
that.
dark vision, my guy.
Yeah, how do I get that?
We're gonna have to get like there's a spell, like you can cast a spell of dark vision, but
By asking
We're
the
gonna-
DM very nicely.
yeah, we're gonna have to get like a scroll or something.
I just used
there,
a feat for something else, so maybe I should have used. I probably could use it for that.
I said there is a feat that you can do that you can use to get 120 feet of dark vision, which I have. You can also get there's an item called, I think it's goggles of dark vision. They're legit night vision goggles. They even like look like night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Are we entering in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
I
I'll
guess
just-
I don't know how this is. Our plan's a little blown, but okay.
Our recon guy's completely blind, but let's go for it.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense for Jeb just to be the
Yeah,
actual
out front.
recon guy looking.
You mean Jacoby, not Jeb?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Jacoby.
Nice catch.
Yep.
All right, just because
Alright,
I
then
think
what if we tie
a bit
ourselves
narrow.
up like 2 by 2 then?
Honestly,
So
at
we can
this,
still all be 30 feet from Jacoby.
we can try that. It actually makes just maybe a little more sense to just send Jacoby as a scout,
I think so
And-
too. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we get straight up have a torch, and just let him scout ahead and come back and tell us where to
Yep.
go.
That's true.
I think that makes more sense.
Jacoby, I'll scout with you if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down for that.
sounds
I'll
good.
light a torch.
All right.
Speed
Jake,
boys.
can you see the map?
Yes.
That's
No, I
you and
can.
me.
Okay.
All right, there are some perception or investigation checks that you may make to find things in here.
I would like to make a perception check, if that's okay.
Okay.
Also, do you want our stealth rolls? You gotta be kidding me. Only an
Probably.
11. All
Yeah,
right, well,
11 did not go well.
I got a 15 on my stealth because I rolled a 2. And Jacoby got...
A 15 with the 2? That's incredible.
Tired.
My modifier is 3, but Jacoby cast Pass Without Trace, so it becomes
Oh,
a
that's right,
13.
plus 10. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, now hold on for a second, because Jacoby rolled...
90. He's invisible, so 100.
I do want to know what the number is.
Toby turns into
Yeah.
a shadow. And
37, and he can't be seen in the dark. He's essentially
Holy
invisible
cow.
when it's dark, and he rolled a 37.
That's
he accidentally
amazing.
brushed up against a bush.
That is the highest
Gave
roll I've
himself
gotten in
away.
any game I've run yet.
Listen, if this was favorable terrain, it would have been a 40.
Oh man!
He's
Yeah.
in another dimension.
Holy cow!
And he only rolled a 19. He could have gotten one higher.
Only. Okay.
I could have given him guidance too.
Yeah, we really could have stacked that thing up.
All right. Well, the
We'll do
two
it
of
next
you
time.
are hidden, and you haven't found anything, but you've only
All right.
just entered.
Jacoby, I see some water. Based on how much dark vision range I have, it looks like there's a sandbar down there a little ways. The question is, do we want to go through the water or over the water? I could cast fly on us, and we could fly, but then we wouldn't. It might be harder to check out the water for traps if we're not actively in it. So,
You know what? Let's go in it.
All right. All right, I'll follow your lead.
what kind of count do you think we guys should like give them? Like, do we wait for like 30 seconds and then go in, or like, do we wait for them to come back? We didn't discuss it.
Oh, we
Maybe
didn't.
streams, but
Oh, I
Does
forgot to
anybody-
read you the flavor text here real fast. Sorry.
Does anybody have a message? But yes, hit me with a flavor text.
Yeah, a slow stream enters from the west, flowing along this long, cavernous passage. There is no steam rising from the water, but a strange formation of bubbles occasionally forms in the various spots before gently bursting into mists along the surface. So if you want to like rethink anything, that's fine. Go ahead. I forgot to mention this.
Before we go 20 feet into the water where I have us, can I do some sort of check for cave hippos?
Cave hippos.
I'm trying to figure out where that would fall. Like,
Well,
yeah,
you said occasional like bubbles, and I'm like, I'm immediately afraid of hippos.
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
That's a good perception.
yeah, I think so.
If there's not cave hippos, that's definitely something I'm gonna add to a campaign in the future.
It's a fun idea. Miniature
Cave
hippos.
hippo.
13 for my perception check.
You don't notice any cave hippos, but you do see a barely noticeable crevice in the rock over here.
Ooh, crevice over here.
Mhm.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah.
14. Jacoby! Come here.
Yes.
Found a secret.
I should have played a sound effect for it instead of going boop.
I like the boop.
Here we go. That's a way better sound effect.
That's awesome. What do we see in this room? Also, does
Oh.
anybody in the group have the message cantrip?
I've got sending.
That seems excessive.
Let me check. I don't think I have any candles.
That seems. Davri, I think you have something you might be able to use. I'm not
How do I
entirely
still
sure.
have Dwarven Pulse Bolt? I don't want that.
Because I'm looking at your, I'm looking at your character.
but-
I don't want to say it out loud in case you don't want me
Right.
to.
No, I'm definitely thinking on that. I just don't know what sending is.
That would be a
We're trying to, like,
spell.
detect-
Yeah,
trying-
sending's like a level 3 spell. You can literally talk to anybody around the world if you know who they are.
Oh,
Or other planes, but there's like a
Yeah.
5% chance that it doesn't go through.
Something like
what
that,
about
yeah.
detect thoughts?
Look
Uh,
under your
what's-
To be tele-
look under
if
your
someone happened to be
languages,
telepathic.
Aaron. Yeah.
My languages. Ooh, that's a good question.
It's bottom
Um,
left. You have up to
That's-
60 feet.
Right.
Can you
What?
establish telepathic links with people?
Sure can.
Because that's one of the most useful things in this freaking game. I kid you not.
He has 60
What?
feet of telepathy.
I
What?
can only do it once. Yeah, that was what I used my feet for.
Oh, you can only do it once?
I can do it once per long rest. But
Oh.
yeah.
That's not helpful.
I mean, how long does it last, though?
That's a good question.
Wonder.
I know I can just like check a room basically for any like thoughts, like scan the room and be like, is there a thinking being in here? So that's kind of useful.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, I guess I don't
Dano,
know where my languages are. Is it in description or features and traits?
Oh, right. Description of the room. I am sorry.
oh, you're good.
The walls of this chamber are dressed with runic carvings and intricate stone inlay. A reddish stone statue of a tall humanoid with flaming hair sits atop a 4-foot pedestal. A small stone altar sits atop a, I don't know how to say this word, D-A-I-S? Days? Dice?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen that word before. Against the north wall. Let me quick Google that because I actually don't know what that is.
Well, I'm Catholic, so I definitely do.
It's a stage. Yeah. It's just a raised on the raised dais.
A platform. Okay. Huh. Never used that word where in my life. Okay. Yeah. So there's runic carvings on the wall, an intricate stone inlay, a reddish stone statue of a tall humanoid with flaming hair sits atop a 4-foot pedestal, and a small stone altar sits atop a dais against the north wall.
I would like to inspect the altar.
I would.
You do too?
Yes.
Do you want to inspect it with me?
Yes.
Maybe give me assistance or something.
Yeah. Yes.
Dan?
I'll give you assistance.
Would this be investigation or religion?
It would be investigation. Most
I
certainly.
just realized they are identical for me, so...
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me. Do I get advantage if Jacoby's helping me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Good grief, your rolls tonight are terrible.
That'll
my
be an
night's been
8.
like 2.
8 is the best, huh?
8's the best I got for you.
Um,
I'm in a faraway land.
there just seems to be... Well, you notice this at there is a tapestry draped across the altar,
Okay.
and on it are decorative flames. It's not real flames,
Sensing
just
a
decorated
theme.
with flames.
Guy with fire hair, flames. I'm sensing a flame theme. Before we all get set on fire, Jacoby, what do you say we go back and get the rest of the crew?
Yes.
One, I think would be a good place for them to hide while we scout. And also, I feel like Zorn is going to be a lot more knowledgeable on this kind of stuff than I am.
I don't know.
I know a lot about my god, but not necessarily about other religious stuff.
I wonder what Jacoby's religion is.
Are you asking about his religious role or his what god he prays to?
What god does he praise to you?
I don't know, but next time we hang out, we'll figure that out for your backstory.
Sounds good. All right. You're gonna grab the rest of the team.
Yes, sorry. Jacoby, if you want to hang out, I will go run back and get everybody.
I moved them in there for you.
Yeah, in the time that it took me to figure out how to move my character through the hole.
So do you guys... So Davri, do you think they're dead yet, maybe? How would we know?
Guys.
Hi, Gedlin.
Me and Jacoby found the coolest little place. One, we need to explore it. Two, there's an altar and a statue, and I don't know what either one of them means, but there's a lot of flame motifs, so I'm worried about being set on fire. I don't like being on fire. I was hoping one of you guys could help look at that, and then, I don't know, maybe me and Jacoby could finish searching the area or scouting the area. But either way, it's a good place to hide for right now. And there's other stuff going on too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll certainly go in.
Yeah, let's get there.
Whoa. How do I give myself a torch?
Yeah.
You light up the torch. I will add the light to the room if you want.
Yeah, I lit up a torch before we went in. I thought maybe you heard me.
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. It's bright light.
Okay, so if I had a torch as we went in...
Wait, what?
I feel like I just suddenly went into a room, so I just want to see the, what was my
it didn't
entry path?
Save for some reason. There we go. Oh, wait. I put it on Dovry by accident. I did.
Nort.
That's classic me right there.
Zoran lit me on fire.
Ah!
He got out of the torch.
It's so bright.
There we go.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk myself through because we would have seen the entry. So there's nothing. Cool, we go through.
Yep, there's nothing out there. I don't know if it restricts you moving through that gap or not.
It's tight, but I was able to.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I just had to wiggle it a little bit. Okay. So cool. You asked me in here to check out the statue. Yes.
Well, I mean, and also this looks like a safe place to hide while we scout, but
Is there any particular peculiarity you would like me to look at of the statue? Just asking.
it looks cool.
I have no idea what the statue is.
I mean, there's an altar, so like I'm wondering if it's like a deity or like a minor deity.
Yeah, Dan, is it anything I would recognize?
No. Nope.
Doesn't
Not even gonna roll for it. I don't know.
Malmir, don't you have like a detect magic thingy? This seems like a good place to be trying to detect some magic.
I do have a thing.
I can do that.
Let's not spend the
You
spell
probably
slot
should.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not spend the spell
Okay.
slot. If we take 10 minutes, we can do it without, exhausting ourselves. I think we should both do it.
Can you
I
both
did not
cast it
know
as a
that.
ritual?
I can cast it as a ritual, yeah.
I cast it as a spell.
Oh, I can do it as a ritual, so if we can have a couple of minutes to detect it, to cast it, then
Makes sense. We have time to wait.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
so. Okay, so I'll kind of settle down and start doing whatever it takes for a cleric to do a ritual.
You gotta find a goat.
Sprinkle some water on my forehead, toss some salt behind my shoulder. I'm not sure.
Ingest some substances.
I
The salt
don't
part
know.
is the most important step.
Yeah,
Okay,
Gotta spread. Salt in a circle.
I actually don't
kind of meant to do it before he came in, but
know.
oh well.
I think you would sense that there is magic in this room, and that I forget what the schools of magic are, because that's what you learn, is
Yeah.
the school of magic that it would be from. So, let me
Illusion,
get that
illusion,
here.
That is the-
divination, necromancy,
Transmutation, evocation,
abjuration,
abjuration.
and
I think it'd be evocation.
enchantment is the last one. Evocation?
Yeah,
Okay, guys, there's a
that would be
damage. There's a damage dealing aura coming from, and I point straight at it because I can see an aura.
Mm-hmm.
right there.
The chest-looking thing.
Yeah, that would be the altar with the tapestry on top.
We back up.
Yeah. Get away from that. Maybe, Davri, check it out. You got this, buddy.
Oh, so you're seeing like an entity there, you think?
I'm saying, like, investigate, like, isn't...
Okay.
I don't know, I'm assuming that's, like, aren't you, like, that's what you do, right? Look for,
Yeah.
traps, runes, it's magical, so look for, like, runes or, like, a mark on there, just be really careful. Like, your hand should be very slight if you touch anything. Like, be very... I don't, like, there's a term for it, but I don't know it.
Dexterous.
Yeah.
I was trying to just not say straight up sleight of hand. But
I'll back you up, Davri, if you want.
also guidance. And everybody else back up.
All right.
Say,
I like
say
it.
a little internal prayer and give it the old pokeroo.
What do you... So, in front of you... Let me just describe what you see so that we can be a little more specific here. There is a tapestry decorated with flames, and in the center of that tapestry is cut out a circular pattern with a large sun symbol carved into the stone beneath. The imprint of a hand is burned into the center of the symbol. So there was some stuff there that Gedlin didn't notice with his check. But you're noticing it now because I decided you did.
That definitely sounds like it's just gonna set the whole room on fire.
Yeah. Feel like, if anything, I should be putting my hand where the hand was, but that also sounds terrifying to me.
If you want, I saw a door back at the back of the room. If you want to like get that open and get everybody through to wherever's next, I can probably tank the hit on the fire attack.
I don't know. We're making a lot of assumptions here.
Yeah,
about what's actually about to happen.
I'm hoping there's some way that he's able to like disarm it, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to very gently, just as lightly as possible, press my hand up to the hand in the little art piece there.
Oh boy.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh god.
You've got guidance.
Oh no, he's got a +0 to him.
Yeah, that was a great roll.
Oh!
17?
Wait,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
think.
All right.
Yeah,
Shoot,
that's
I keep.
you're dang lucky.
forget to
You
add.
do take 5 fire damage.
Oh.
And Gedlin, are
assuming
you
I-
actually standing there?
yeah. I was up there to hang out and help out and be supportive, like a dumb.
All right. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, at least it's dexterity, right? I mean, but not when you roll a 2 for a 5.
What is with your rolls tonight? It's like the Star Wars dice bot all over again.
It is. It's exactly what
Except
it's
this time, you're on the receiving end.
Except I'm not the DM now, so I don't benefit from everyone's bad roll.
Quick question, just for mechanics' sake.
Yes.
I'm assuming I don't see this coming, right? I just take this. I don't see anything.
That's right. What happens? Okay, so Gedlin takes. I need some dice, actually. I don't have enough dice. All right, he takes 14 fire damage, so that's Gedlin. And Dovry took 5. So what happens is, as you placed your hand onto the sun symbol, you feel a wave of intense heat shoot through your arm. And then a fire spell in the form of a cone shoots out from the statue behind you and engulfs Dovry and Gedlin. Dovry takes less damage. Gedlin gets hit a little bit harder. The fire goes out, and a door opens at the base of the statue.
Well, the plot thickens.
So we
And
have
you
to
find you find a little receptacle, I guess you could say, and inside of it is one object, a round piece of red granite, very smoothly polished.
Should definitely hold on to that. It's going to be important later, I can tell.
Who's got a good little rucksack to keep that thing in? I feel like maybe we shouldn't touch it directly with our hands.
The door in the room also swings open as well.
Oh. Anybody got a pair of gloves to pick that thing up with? I wouldn't touch it with your bare hands.
I'll pick it up with like my scarf and like wrap it up, and like put it in my pack.
There you go.
This was just a stone that came out of it?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see because of the blinding light. Jesus, are you guys okay?
I mean,
it hurt, but
I've been a lot better, like a lot better, but I'll survive.
We found this hunk of red granite. Yeah.
Dan, is it similar to the material that the statue is made out of?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
What do we know about these people?
I think they like fire.
It seems like it. What is the seething halls of the certain people of a name, but we know nothing of those people.
One more thing. You've now been in here for a few minutes, and something has been nagging at all of you in the back of your mind, and now you realize what it is that's bothering you. You can hear, on occasion, the sounds of the extremely faint sounds of shouting or wails of terror coming from an unknown direction. They seem to be surrounding you, but are also extremely quiet.
Did it get louder when the door opened?
No.
I'm gonna go out into the hall or out into the cave area. Do I hear it out there?
Yep. Feels the same as before.
All right. Well, that sounds. I mean, this is horrible.
It's as if it just permeates the atmosphere.
Zorn's magical aura goes off again. This time differently. Giving him the inclination that this could be just an illusion spell.
Oh, there's just kind of a faint in the air.
Yep.
Well, I explained that. It's like it feels as if it's just a certain weaving that kind of just permeates the area. I don't know. As unsettling as it is, it's maybe nothing to necessarily worry about.
If it's a spell, then like if it's a feature that makes me feel better that there's an explanation for it, Someone trying to chase people out, and it's not like the souls of the damned trapped in the walls type of thing.
I'm not saying it's not that, but it doesn't seem to be. I'm half tempted to go out and ask Nava a little bit more about the people who lived here. It seems like maybe some history would do us some good.
Definitely do that if you want.
Probably a good idea.
Can we quick play it? Like I would just go ask. I just sneak my way out and like if Nava's still there, kind of ask about the people that lived here, and a little bit about. Essentially, I want to know like a little bit about their culture. Like what deities they worshipped and like what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah,
Pertinent
I may not
info.
have all those answers, but I do actually have a body of text I can give you, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And Navi would know these things. A century ago, the Obanashi tribal clan were one of the largest in Chult. Each family had at least one expert hunter, priest, or spellcaster, some of the latter even being ranking members of the College of Wizards. They performed a ritual hunt during the change of each season. During that time, the priests and spirit lords paid tribute to Ubtao, their god, in the Hall of the Rising Sun, which is this place. A sacred font of water in the hall opens a portal into an extra-dimensional space between the Prime Plane and the Feywild. It is within this space that the Heart of the Wild had once flourished. The heart itself was an enchanted stone that contained the heart, a shred of Ubtao's essence. It is said to have been imbued with the height of the Comic Empire, a time when the first humans arrived in Chult. With Ubtau's departure, the heart's connection with Chult had weakened severely, and Chult fell to the spell plague. An evil wizard named Kalate manipulated the head of the Obanashi tribe to reveal the heart's location, and Kalate stole the soul's energy from the sacred stone, trapping it into an enchanted coin from which Kalate could harness its power. Kalate had disappeared shortly after this, and the Heart of the Wild was no more. For years after the spell plague, most of the surviving old clans in Chult began either vanishing or were absorbed into newer clans. This place was once known as the Temple of the Rising Sun, but is now the Seething Halls, and this secret locale houses the portal in which the Heart of the Wild was kept. And after the heart was stolen, Kalate had placed a curse upon the temple and its worshippers, spreading madness, corruption, and death throughout the area. The Obanashi tribe fought to remove the spreading corruption from their lands to no avail. So she does know all that.
So can you, I'm trying to jot that all down. Could you go ahead and repeat that entire story so I can make sure I got it correct?
Oh, that's funny.
Or maybe after give us hints when we're really close to that. Because
you know what's
drop
funny
that in the message?
is I can actually drop that in there for you.
yeah, perfect.
That'd be fantastic.
And like turning back to the group is like, I suppose maybe we should be more interested in like the cultural significance of places moving forward, because holy crap, that was a lot of info.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, now that we have that information, I would like to ask, what's her name? Nadia? Nalia?
Nava. There you go.
Nava. There we go. I would like to ask Nava, if like, can it be restored? Like, is it something that can be fixed? Because that seems like an important and worthwhile thing to do.
The Heart of the Wild or something else?
Like, could we, like, let's say, should we be on the lookout for this fellow, this wizard that stole the heart? Like, is it something that could be recovered? It sounds like people were trying to resolve it and failed. Is there some way that we could succeed where they had not?
That's essentially what's going on, yes. But most of the stuff was not revealed to you because you had only talked to Artis, and Artis only knew the name of Wainwrath, and Wainwrath only knew to send you to the Obanashi tribe. And so then once you got here, then all of a sudden you learned stuff.
Okay, so we are actively searching for the heart.
Yes.
Of the wild?
And yes, and that would have been something briefly touched upon by Wainwrath, but he didn't know enough about it to tell you any of this stuff.
Okay.
So
I'm going to pull that red stone out of my pocket real quick and just be like, did I just find this? Oh, my camera's not on. Is this heart like?
Oh.
As I examine.
Yeah, she says no, that is not the heart.
Dang.
Do you know what it is?
I almost just solved a centuries-old problem in 2 seconds.
Just took a little hair singeing.
Can you imagine how boring that would be if that was the case? Not in a bad way, but like, oh, well, you guys solved it. Now on to the next thing.
Right. Oh, look at that. We accidentally solved a centuries-old problem. It's like, I had to ask, right? Like, I couldn't not ask.
Right.
I could, like, on the off chance that this guy hit it right at this, like, they'll never find it here, you know? Like,
who would ever touch a handprint with their hand?
No, no.
Okay. So I have a couple of follow-up questions as I'm reading through this. Are we? So we're looking for the heart. Does the heart? Is that what will fix the spell plague? Because this says Cholt fell to the spell plague and then Kolate stole the heart. So it happened after the spell plague.
Yes. So she will explain to you basically that she doesn't know all the details, but the spell plague was a phenomena that occurred because Ubtao left Cholt. So Cholt was his domain in the physical plane. This was the place that he ruled over. He had worshippers here. He had people that he trusted here, and then they ended up deserting him, and he decided he was going to withdraw his presence from Cholt, and as a result, Cholt was plunged into chaos, and all forms of evil, wicked magic started showing up in Cholt, corrupting things. So Kalate is one of those things one of those evil mages, I guess you could say, that showed up and started misusing things that Ubtao left behind. And basically Ubtao said, well, forget my old followers. They don't matter anymore because they weren't worshiping me, so I don't care anymore. I'm just going to leave. Whatever happens, happens. So spell plague,
like that.
Right? Like the spell plague is basically like Cholt fell into chaos and destruction. Many things that used to stand as like pinnacles of Faerun just fell apart because Ubtao left. One of the things is Omu used to be this amazing city, very wealthy, lots of power, extremely prominent in Cholt. And then Ubtao left, and Omu has fallen. So
and we're headed to that place.
Right, that's pivotal for your main quest. For the actual Tomb of Annihilation, Omu is where you need to go. And this is just a little sidetrack, but the spell plague affected both this place and Omu and the rest of Cholt.
I'm having a weirdly hard time like digesting that. I might have to ask you when we're not in session to see if I can grab a hold of like what. Okay.
It's probably because I kind of haven't talked to you a whole lot about the context of Tomb of Annihilation, and I guess maybe I didn't realize I hadn't.
That's okay. I don't want to bog down the entire session with it. I might just message you out of it to.
That sounds
try
good.
And get fully caught up, because I'm having a hard time. Like, do we want the heart? Is the heart important? Why?
It's important for this. Not for the main quest, but for this, it's important for discovering Mesro.
Got it.
So
we need the heart to find the Obanashi, so the Obanashi can tell us where to go.
That's mostly correct.
Also, it sounds like we can get to the Feywild from here, guys. I think we got a new objective.
Well, you are so lucky Pedal's not in this game.
Okay.
Okay. A new door has opened to you guys. Like, you can actually leave that one room you were in if you wanted to go deeper.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like it does. Anybody wonder if that water in the entranceway is the secret font to the Feywild? Does anybody want to take a dive before we move on?
Yes, I'll take a dive.
I knew I could convince one of you.
All right.
Jacoby
wants to take a dive.
Party.
Oops. Sorry.
You want to split the party?
I say we don't split the party.
Oh, yeah, I was saying, like, do we check that water before we move on? Jacoby said yes, so I think he's in the water already.
Yep. I need a Constitution saving throw from Jacoby.
Alrighty then. Jacoby. You're proud of your life choices. I said Constitution.
Yep.
That'll be a straight Natural 14.
Natural 14, huh? He doesn't have any modifiers?
He has no modifiers, so.
Oh, that's what you meant by that. Okay. He is unfortunately now poisoned for the next 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Okay,
Get out,
well,
get out.
get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, hold on. This is why I can't take you anywhere, Jacoby. What were you thinking?
He says after egging him on.
He's like, after being the reason he tried it.
Somebody should try it. Didn't I tell you not to try it?
Are you okay being poisoned, or do you want me to? I got lesser restoration. I think that takes care of it, right?
Yeah.
I hate lesser restoration, but I knew. Okay, I will cast lesser restoration. You feel fine now.
Cool. But I'm not gonna do that again.
Oh wait, I think. Sorry, just character.
Probably a good idea.
Oh yeah, I just get to do it. That's fun.
Did you learn your lesson, Jacoby?
Yes.
Gedlin, did you want to try this door here in front of you? Is that what's going on?
So very bad, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
let's
so.
move on.
Oops, there we go.
Grab Gedlin. Ah! Guys, I found another. Ooh, it's another room with another statue. Dibs on not pushing the button.
Wait, are you in? Are you and Jacoby headed ahead again? And the rest of us wait here?
That's a very good question. I mean, probably a good idea, yes.
Yeah, because they can be stealthy and we can't. So
This chamber is similar to the previous. The statue here is a female humanoid rising out from a column of water. Carved into the plaque on the wall, I think there's a plaque on the wall, or it's on the... Doesn't say where the plaque is. I think that was an oversight. So there is now a plaque on the statue, and carved into it is the image of a humanoid figure staring down into a pool of water. Any more would require an investigation check.
I'll stage whisper across the very narrow hall to the group, say, "Guys, looks like another statue altar thing. Let's come check it out." And I'll roll a perception or investigation. What'd you say?
Investigation.
Investigation check. For 13.
Hey, that's a good roll.
I rolled a 10, baby. Highest I've rolled in a while.
Okay. You notice on the altar, which would be on the south portion here, down there, the altar has been hollowed out and filled to the top with crystal clear water, the cleanest water you have ever seen. And supposedly it's been sitting here, just sitting there undisturbed for an undetermined amount of time. No mosquitoes, it's not murky, it's just crystal clear clean.
Okay. I'm going to stand back and say, someone who hasn't already sacrificed their body for science, who wants to put their hand in the magic water?
Are you sure it was safe in there, though? I'm ahead in. I still have.
are we all filtering in now?
I was gonna say, are you still
guys
detecting
adequately stabbed the
magic?
room?
I told you guys about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I should still have detect magic up.
Wait, what's this hallway? Ooh.
This would not be the same school of magic. This would be a different one.
It's a different school of magic.
Let's see here. I think it would be illusion. What you're feeling. Yep, illusion. Yep. That's what it would be. Feeling illusion coming from the altar.
Illusion.
Bet it's not really crystal clear water. I bet it burns.
I bet it is nasty, nasty water.
Who wants to drink it?
Who wants to like stick their pinky toe
Okay, now-
into their big toe? Just
Do you remember
With
what
your
I said
toes.
about the plaque?
No.
Oh yeah, it showed a picture of somebody looking down in it. Okay. Gedlin, being dumb and impulsive as he is, will go up and look into, like, kind of stand up and try to, like, imitate that. Try to look down into the pool of water.
Alright, let's have you do a wisdom save.
I'll give you guidance.
Love the guidance, and
No,
at least
guidance
wisdom
will help you
is.
with that.
You gotta be kidding. All right, guidance is a D4, right?
It's only for ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh, bummer. Well, then that'll be a 15.
Okay. Do you have immunity to anything as well?
No,
Okay. Just
I have
checking.
advantage against being frightened, and I should have cast Intellect.
Oh.
I should have cast Intellect Fortress on myself. I'm an idiot.
Roll again. See if you get a higher roll. Uh-huh.
Roll again? Okay. Yeah, baby, 24.
All you see is the water, and then all of a sudden you hear this behind you. And another little stone door opens at the base of the statue, revealing a smooth piece of lapis lazuli.
Okay, hang on one second. I gotta start writing these down. We got red,
I knew someone was going to say that.
red granite, lapis,
Lazuli.
Lazuli.
lazuli. I definitely spelled that wrong.
Lazuli.
Just
Yeah.
like it sounds.
I did
It's
double
blue.
O's. There we go.
And that's it. In this room.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Guys, I'm detecting a theme.
no, there's another door down this hallway. But what's your theme?
Well, I think we gotta find a bunch of these statues. Get them. Remember
Yeah.
with the crystals in the dwarven place, the drunk monk. We had to get all the shiny colored crystals. Remember?
You keep referencing
Yeah.
this drunken monk, and I have no recollection of such a being.
Yeah, you do. You were there, the dwarf,
I
the drunk
remember.
dwarf.
I remember the crystals as you were discussing. We were on an island, and we went to look for a tree, and we ended up underground like a bunch
The
of
guy
idiots.
playing with us. That was a drunk dwarf.
But I have no
It's-
recollection of this
I'm pretty
dwarf
sure
that we carried around.
Mushroom was only present for like 3 sessions, I think.
True.
Right? It was
Pretty
basically
close.
that little arc there, and that was it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Okay, anyways, moving on. I think we have to gather all of the rocks.
Oh,
And
wait, I want to go back to this drunken monk. You say we carried somebody around in a keg? No, I don't believe you.
yes, I stood on top of him. You were there. Where do you think we got Dex? The whole argument about Dex. How do you not remember any of this?
You helped
Have-
carry him.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, go.
I know what happened. Zorn, did you get into my pipe pouch? It's okay. You just gotta let me know so that I know what's going on.
I made friends with Dex when we came out of it. He followed us. He's like my little companion.
Ask next time you get into my pipe pouch. It's not fine. It's not a problem.
I don't,
don't mind
do
sharing.
that, sir. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm just assuming he's high. All right.
okay. Yeah, there are some more
I'm
doors.
You know what? I don't see a lot of enemies. So why don't we all just kind of stick together?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, that would be quicker, I think.
I think so.
I'm gonna stay behind you though, Gedlin.
Probably a good idea. Wrong door. So half of this game is learning how to move, is moving the characters through the maze.
Is it difficult because of the restricted moving?
It's fine. It's not a problem.
It's an unfortunate thing that I don't have a lot of power over.
Right. I gotta
Okay.
zoom in.
Basically, you're presented with 3 doors there.
All right.
I like that it's like a dual hallway. That's cool.
I'll check this one.
The lower one?
Yeah, I'll check 7.
Okay, 7. Alright, in the center of this room is a granite statue of a stocky figure standing atop of a large rocky outcropping. Carved into the plaque at the base of the figure is a pattern of squares. Some are filled in solid, and the rest of them are empty.
What? Oh, are you going to bed?
Okay.
Jacoby,
Yeah.
you want to try to do this puzzle with me?
Yes.
All right. We'll wait till everybody else kind of does their doors.
Is it like tic-tac-toe?
This is where you guys are going to have to do a little bit of thinking outside the box a bit to figure this one out. This one's going to be more difficult, probably.
Is there a visual component? You said that's boxes. Some of them are filled in.
Night,
some
Mom.
No visual component. Basically, what I mean by thinking outside the box is you're going to have to like use your character's skills to figure out how it works, because it's not. I don't have a drawing or anything for you. It's
What
all
does
figure
the altar look like?
Let's see. The top of the altar has a block of stone buttons along the surface. On the left, there are 4 raised ones, and on the right, there are 4 lowered ones. These are buttons.
You just press the buttons in the same pattern, maybe?
Yeah, as the plaque, that was my thought.
Wait, what about the special numbers? I wonder if these play in here at all.
That's probably just map numbers so that Dan knows what, like, to read what's in the room.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Okay.
Did you want to try and figure that one out first, or did you want to try and open these other doors?
How about you guys explore the other 2 rooms, and me and Jacoby will spend some time, like, I'll copy down the picture on the plaque, and we'll try to puzzle out how to do that.
Yes. So you would get to try to solve it. Well, what was your idea of trying to solve it again?
I was going to take look at the plaque and, like, try to essentially draw the picture on the plaque and then take it to Jacoby so that we could make the buttons that go up and down look like the plaque. But I was
Gotcha.
going to do that. That sounded like a timely process, and I was going to do that while everybody else continued to investigate, so that I'm not doing all of the investigation.
Okay, sounds good. Then I will return to you in a bit. Then, I'll move on to the rest of the party. They can choose
Well, then
what door.
who wants to follow me through this door to the top side of the map here?
Yeah. Dibsies.
Cool. I push you forward.
Man, the pacifist sure is okay with letting other people take the arrow to the knee.
It was just a light push. I'm here to help.
All right. Room 6. The gray and white statue in this chamber is of a lithe. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a somewhat amorphous humanoid with legs made of smoke or mist. And carved into the plaque at the statue's base is the image of a humanoid shape reaching into a ring of floating orbs. And okay, yep. Wait, nope. I was wrong. Nothing what I told you was wrong. What I was thinking was wrong. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Floating orbs.
Yes.
I'm trying to make it
Humanoid?
into the door.
I wiggle your guy. It was tough.
There you go.
Aha!
Try poking him.
So
Here, I'll go in there with them.
shadow legs, and it's reaching into
Into a
floating
ring of
orb.
floating orbs. Yeah.
I don't have that spell. Floating orbs. Any
Wanna do,
ideas?
like a religion or insight check? I guess religion hasn't worked on anything else.
How
could-
tall is the room that we're in?
Oh. We'll say it's about 15 feet tall.
And there's like shadowy things coming from the ceiling, kind of.
No, not really.
Okay.
It's a depiction of somebody reaching into
Yeah.
some orbs.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. What, like, a person reaching into a ring of orbs. Shadowy legs. How do I set that up? Is it just a matter of lighting a bunch of torches in a ring?
That's an interesting idea.
It sounds
In a
like
ring
dancing
that
lights, but I don't think any of us know that. I guess let's try the torch thing. I've got a number of torches I can try and set up into a ring. Is there a specific amount of orbs?
6.
Before we do that, can I just check the room again real quick to see if there's any other stuff?
Sure.
Chest or anything like that?
Sure.
Okay. Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a couple of torches. I only have 4 more.
13.
1.
Okay. We'll say
Have
as
a
part of
handful
your
more.
investigation, you had to move
Okay.
around in the room a little bit. And once you got over around here, something happens. A ring of 6 stones, each the size of a fist, have now risen from the base of the altar and are spinning. They are floating in the air. Each one periodically shoots a small stream of lightning into a 7th stone in the center of the floating circle.
Whoop.
All right.
The
is
lightning
that-
How they get
streams
torches.
seem to be following some kind of pattern, with small moments in which there is no lightning at all.
Okay, so we want to grab this thing when there's no lightning, so we got to time this up. Jared, I don't know how Zoran is with this, but I know you're really good at that. That arcade game where the light goes around in a circle.
Yeah,
Jared,
I'm trying
Jared.
to think of how to game this in this game.
Yeah. I don't know if that translates to Zoran or not.
I don't think so.
I do
I think
have
that
a.
will probably come in handy here.
I do know what you would roll, unless you want to try to come up with a different way.
Well, I'm thinking. Meta talk. It seems like you would definitely do a dexterity check to try and grab it, maybe sleight of hand.
Yep, that's
But
correct.
you have to try and time it at the same time.
Mhm.
So, if I was trying to help him, what would I roll in order to help him with the timing?
So
would it
what you
be-
would do is you would end up trying to pass a successful insight check in order to figure out the pattern.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. So I'll try and figure out the pattern. I'll go ahead. Well, I'll give myself guidance while I'm looking at it to see if it helps. Oh my god, I rolled a natural 1. I haven't rolled above a 5 all night.
But you're a halfling.
Oh, thank god. Oh, okay, there you go. 24?
You successfully detect the pattern. And now you may make your sleight of hand check with advantage.
And I'll give you guidance now that I think we got it. So I'm going to give you guidance to try and grab it.
That's just an extra D4 on top of my roll, right?
Right.
And you get advantage. You get to pick the higher of 2 rolls.
Yeah, that'll be nice. 16 plus a D4.
Nice.
Very dirty 20.
All right. You managed to grab the stone. And as soon as you grab the stone that's in the air, you hear a stone door open at the base of the statue. And at the base of the statue, you find a smooth piece of white quartz.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Which is the stone you actually want, not the one you're holding right now.
Right, I was just going to ask what does this stone look like, but I guess it probably doesn't matter, so... Okay.
It
I'm
kind of
gonna
just
pocket this
disappears.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, well, I'm gonna kind of grab the quartz, trying not to touch it with my bare hands, using my robe to kind of, finagle it into my pocket. Yeah, scoop it on up.
I am less concerned about grabbing them. Now that
Yeah, I
we've
don't know
seen
what my deal
several.
is there.
I mean, I think being cautious is smart. I just am saying.
Yeah,
Go back to...
I don't know what my weird hang-up is there. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter either, but I don't want to touch these things.
Yeah. Nope. Just segue into it. That's what I say as we smash cut back to the other group.
Yes, we'll go back to the other group here in their room. They have the not bone, I meant to say button. The button puzzle. Zach, you are muted, by the way, in case you're unaware.
Thank you.
Yep. Have you attempted to push any buttons?
I would say, or would this be like? It would depend. Would it be sleight of hand, or would it be like?
The interesting thing is that it doesn't really matter. Like, there's no check for pushing the buttons, but they do something if you push them.
Okay, Jacoby, do you want to try to do this, or do you want me to try to do this?
Can I try to do it, or?
Absolutely, I'm gonna stand back then.
As he pushes down one button, 2 buttons rise up. Okay, so that was a freebie. You need to now pass 3 successful insight checks to get the buttons in the correct order.
Good.
Since I don't actually have a puzzle made up, that would be incredibly difficult for me. I can't think in that way, so I don't have an actual visual aid for you.
Yeah,
I
I'd have
did.
to straight up. I'd have to Google that.
That would be painful. For me.
Can Jacoby do it with me helping him with advantage? Because can I give him advantage on those checks by assisting him?
I would think so. I don't know if there's a limit on how many times you can assist somebody.
I don't think there is.
I don't.
Nope.
I have never heard of one, so I'm thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
Nope, it's just an action to try. Typically, a lot of times you can't help them unless you're also proficient in the skill, but that's up to the DM. That's really.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah, that's hit or miss.
Okay, so answer's yes.
All right. Well, the first check is a nat 20.
Successful.
Second check is a 15.
Successful.
Third check is a 21.
All right. You managed to get the buttons in the correct order, and you hear a sound. As another door opens at the base of this statue, and you find a smooth piece of obsidian. Which is exactly what Elvira wanted. But not Valmira.
Not at all.
I never got a chance to give you the obsidian you wanted.
We were so close so many times too.
I'm a high five, Jacoby.
What?
High five.
High five.
And a door opens. It would be a wood door. Light spilling into the hallway. There is a torch on the wall. Inside of room number 8.
Valmira, all you, girl.
Yeah, I think this is Valmira's time to shine, actually.
Sorry, I got disconnected.
Oh, no problem. Would you like to be the brave soul to enter room number 8?
I would love to.
That's what I want to hear.
As loud and as
I give you
clanky as I
guidance.
can.
As loudly as I can.
Ding! Ding! As I walk.
I love the flavor.
Like walking slower is gonna make it quieter, like opening a mint in church.
That's exactly the kind of thing I had in mind. Trying to open a Doritos bag amongst a bunch of people in a room of people who are all sleeping.
Right.
Okay, here is what you see. Tapestries and carvings of many different types of creatures line the walls of this room. In the center stands a 12-foot tall statue of a collection of 3 humanoids. Each one is wearing a mask with bestial features such as horns, beaks, fangs, or snouts. The statue is carved from an amalgam of different types of stone. A huge set of iron double doors takes up the large portion of the south wall. Okay.
Sorry, describe the statue in the middle again as of a beast.
Yeah, there's 3 people. Each of them are wearing a mask, and it makes them look like animals. They have animal features like
Yep.
horns, beaks, fangs, or snouts.
And do they coincide at all with the pictures on the walls?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Well, Valmira's not that smart, so she's gonna need the rest of y'all to come in and help me.
You are welcome to do investigation checks. Anybody who goes in there?
Yeah. I'll do one myself. An 11.
I'll follow in. I'm here to support. Because if I'm not, then what else am I here for?
Your brains.
To push people in front of traps.
Be the moral compass.
Found a 14. Moral compass.
All right.
That feels right.
Trying to take a positive spin on that. You find 4 fist-sized depressions in the stone, each big enough to hold one of the stones that you have collected.
Gatlin, you gotta give up your stones, bud.
Okay.
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 He looks a little disappointed. He's holding on to stuff. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's fine. Here you go. Hand them over.
They're pretty cool. I
Okay.
guess I'll give them up.
Any particular way
Jacoby, you want to
do
give
it?
them yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to put it in?
And you just set them in click, 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 and then you hear as the south door opens up. And that's where we're going to stop tonight, because it is now after 10, and I have to figure out what comes next, because I knew we wouldn't get through this whole thing tonight. And in fact, I'm quite impressed we got this far. I thought it might take a little bit longer. This is a good
Well,
place
wouldn't
to
take
stop.
so long if people didn't keep jumping in
Think
pits
it
of
is.
poison.
egg a guy on
Stop.
and then get after him for doing it.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, Jacob.
Well, what did you guys think? Did you enjoy it tonight?
Yes, I did. Yes.
I did.
Good.
Yeah, it was great.
There is XP. I know you didn't slaughter anything. There was no fighting tonight, which is fine, I think.
But we solved puzzles.
You did solve puzzles, so I'm gonna give you each. Let's just do 500 XP per person.
Okay.
Take it.
And I would say you're close to halfway done with this section. So, if things go somewhat rapidly, if they go anything like the speed of today, next week, then you should be done with this and maybe even move on to something else at the end of next session. So, though
Cool,
then
cool.
again, it may not. Depends on how things go. Thank you all for joining me.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, dude, good setup.
Thanks
Thank you.
always for hosting.
Where's-
Thank you.
My pleasure. Excuse me, my pleasure.